All right, excellent. All right, so now I have the game up. I'll go ahead and send you all a code that you can join the game on. 4-player. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. All right. And so the code is 85871. Oh, damn, that was fast.
Give me 1 second.
No worries. And you click on friend match on the front screen if you need to know where to go.
You said friendly match?
Yeah.
Yep, friendly match, join room, and then 85871.
So when everyone was playing Phasmophobia, I got really good at putting in codes quickly.
In all fairness, I've watched from afar the whole time. Oh, I can't change that rule, can I?
Sorry, can you give me the code one more time?
Yeah, no worries. I should probably honestly... Actually, I think I need to restart the room real quick. I apologize. So, no worries. You're basically right on time. I need to do a long thinking time. Okay. We'll do that instead. There we go. All right. The code is 38272. And I'll type it in the chat too. Mr. Phasmophobia here. Hell's bells. Discord, where are you? There we are. Alright. 38272 for you. Nothing's broken. And the stream should still be running. Sweet. Alright. You love to see it.
Alright, we're in.
Alright, excellent. All right, I'm going to add an AI just for the sake of we end up losing our last, if unfortunately last second. Wasn't feeling well this week, so go ahead and ready up, and I will just start explaining stuff. Like I said, feel free to ask questions. There are really no dumb questions throughout this whole process, and honestly, you might leave just being like, I still don't really get it, but it might still be easier for us to look at the tiles and not worry about pressing buttons quite right away. Oh, there was one more change I can do. I just don't know how to do that change. I just realized. Sorry, I'm going to have to restart the game once more because I forgot. There isn't actually an open hand thing you can do. I just don't know how to set that option.
Gotcha.
All right, sorry. I apologize. Go ahead and agree to end the match real quick here. Let's see if I can get that going. Oh, it closed us out of the whole match.
Yeah,
Never mind.
we're gone.
It went all the way out. All right, starting points. Yaku, red 5-3. Open Tanya. What's that? Open ham. No, that's not it. Minhon. Tips. Tips are fine. Show all hands. There it is. All right. I apologize. So 99516. Awesome. Add in AI. All right, now you can ready up. But for real this time.
You sure we're not gonna just surrender 3 seconds in?
Yeah. There will be some games where you want to do that, but
you just look at your hand and say, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, nah, this is
true.
Sometimes you have to say this is a fold hand. What the fuck shit? Okay, anyway. Your hand's ridiculously stupidly good. Alright, anyways. So to get into Mahjong a little bit here, and to kind of generally explain the rules of Mahjong to you. Mahjong is ultimately a gambling game where you try to make specific patterns in your hand. These patterns will generally be based around making groups of 3 of a kind, or making 3 count straights. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter as long as they are in order. 9 does not loop around to 1 either. So you generally want to make hands that are built off of those things. So Shin Ramsey, in your case, as you can see, you have a 3 of a kind of the S tile. So that's that's really good
winning?
on your regard.
Oh, that's what we like to see.
So that said, obviously, if the game was that easy, a lot more people would pick up Mahjong. The big problem is figuring out what kinds of 3 of a kinds or straights, those 3 straights, they're called runs, by the way. What kind of runs can you make to make your hand actually able to win? That's where a lot of the interesting rule sets of Mahjong really comes in. So there's a lot of little nuances that you could do here and there to kind of figure out what can I do to make my hand legal, what's allowed, and so on and so forth. Very generally, I'll explain kind of the biggest and most general ones, and then I will link you something after I explain it a little bit. Some of the biggest and general ones that you'll most commonly see is Shin Ramsey's a perfect example. So if you look at the center of the table right now, you see like it's S, James, you have W on yours, I have N on mine, and E for the AI. So that shows our different seats, basically, which direction of the wind we are. It's a lot prettier than I'm going to make it out to be, but that's our seat direction, our seat wind. So it refers to the different N tiles, the E tiles that you have a couple in your hands, Cracks. Shin Ramsey, as you can see, you have the E and the S's in your hand. So those refer to like the different winds also. So they do correlate in the sense that if you have a 3 of a kind of your seat, that makes whatever else you put together in your hand, your 3 of a kinds, your runs or anything like that, will make it legal. So your hand can win off of that. You can complete your hand all the way through with those runs and those 3 of a kinds. And one last thing, after you get those runs into 3 of a kinds, you have to have a pair at the end of the hand to fully complete it out, because that's how the numbers work. So in that regard, that's a very direct way to make your hand legal. So Shin Ramsey, honestly, is like, that's why I'm like, this is bullshit. You already have your 3 of a kind self here. So technically,
I'm ready to win. I'm already ready to win.
Yeah, if you fill out the rest of your hand with your 3 of a kinds and your 3 your runs, you could finish off your hand and win the round.
Easy.
The second way to kind of do it that's very common is in the middle of the board. You see it says East 1. So that's what's considered the round win. Every player gets to play within a round win. So it will go East 1, 2, 3, 4, and if the game goes longer than that, then it'll go South 1, 2, 3, 4. You can play games longer than that, so on and so forth. So if you have a 3 of a kind of the round win that's in the middle of the table, that is also, if you have that 3 of a kind, then that is also considered a way to legalize your hand. So that's why it's also bullshit that Shin Ramsey has both 2 Easts in their hands.
What we like to hear.
Yeah,
I am so ready for this. This seems. I think I'm already ready to go pro. Honestly.
Right, like I'm gonna see an Evo, and it's gonna be really frustrating.
Yeah, this is already. I'm a Mahjong shimmer now. It's fine. It's fine.
So
find you in the dens with the old women playing Mahjong.
Right. Gonna find them in Beijing just playing out in the tables. I'm like, I raised that kid. So that's kind of like the very straightforward, probably the most easy way to, I should say the most simply understandable way to complete your hand and to legalize your hand. The third, probably easiest way to understand of how to complete your hand is called Richi. So, and actually...
Wait, Jamal, I'm going to interrupt you real quick. I do have about 10 seconds left on this timer that's on my screen. Should I...
don't worry about it.
Down?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just time for us to talk, and so I can point out things in your hand. So, don't feel obligated to play anything out. You're already good to go anyway. Your hand is already extraordinarily good.
Flames, gotcha.
And it actually will go into something else anyway, perfectly fine. So the other thing is, what's up, 20? How's it going? So the other kind of major, probably easiest way to complete a hand is called Richi. So if you complete your hand all the way through to the point where you have 1 tile remaining before you complete the hand, so whether that's you have all your 3 of a kinds, you have your 3 run sets and everything like that, and the last thing you need to do is like pair off a last tile, or if you have, maybe 2 of a kinds and you need to complete one of those, like add 1 more to those, so you have a 3 of a kind and then a pair, then you can throw down what is called a Richi stick. Once you throw that down, you're pretty much just committing that, alright, I'm 1 away from completing my hand, and I am in belief that I will be able to do that. So, once you go into Richi, once you set down that Richi stick, every tile you pick up from that point onward has to be discarded immediately, unless it's one of the tiles that you need to win the game. So it's kind of a big confident gamble, but at the same time, it has its own perks. I won't get into that too much quite yet because we're going to just the logic of the game for right now. So with that, though, on the other hand, is that there is now what is called, you have to have your hand, which is, to go into Riichi, your hand has to be closed. And now we have to go into where the game starts getting a little bit messy and everything gets a little bit confusing. So, so in Mahjong, there is closed and open hands. Right now, we're all closed and everything like that. But right now, Cracks, on your screen right now, there is probably a button that says Chi. Am I correct?
There is.
Yes. So, if you do what is called Chi, Pawn, Con, or Ron, technically, I should also add, any one of those will open up your hand. What opening up your hand does is that, well, rather, what doing any of those does is it allows you to steal a tile that someone just discarded. Chi allows you to steal for a run of 3. So, like, in your case, you have a 4 and a 5 of bamboos in your hand. So you want to take that 6, and then you set it down to your side of your table. You can do that if you want to. It doesn't really matter right now.
No.
But it will allow you to take that tile. You set those 3 tiles to the side of the table to say, basically, I took this, and now your hand is considered open. The thing with open and closed hands is some hands are legal when they're open, some hands are legal, or I should say, all hands are legal when they're closed in this game. But some hands that will be taken off the table if you open it up. And that's where it starts to get very, very confusing and very, very you have to remember a lot of the small rule sets to figure out, okay, what can be open, what can be only done closed, or if I open this up, what decreases the value of my hand, but I can still complete it, but it decreases the value of my hand. And you have to start figuring that sort of stuff out really, really quickly. And that's kind of where it gets a little bit messy. So, I do want to pull something in real quick if I can find it again. Because there's a Mahjong chart that shows, like, what hands are what, basically. There it is. I'm going to make sure I link it all to y'all here, and I'll probably put it into the chat, too. Yo, what's up, Thief at Grimbly? Yeah, I wanted to try something new, try teaching a little bit about Mahjong as much as I can, so hopefully, they stick with it one way or another, or at least they can say, okay, I understand how the game works to, like, even the smallest degree. So, I linked it in the Discord there, and actually I'll put it in the chat just in case anyone wants to look at it. This is the one I've been using a lot of, but there's plenty out there that might be able to help you out for better or for worse. So you can see all the different very technical things you can have in your hand that will legalize your hand. And at the same time, next to the name of each hand, essentially, it'll have like a crossed off eye, which means it has to be closed. And if it doesn't have that, you can have it opened. The hand opened up. You can pull the tile from someone else, and your hand is still perfectly legal. So, I know we're getting to like the depths here. So as an example, if Shin Ramsey didn't have his 3 souths on his hand, and he had the 2 easts, and Cracks, you drop down your east, or I drop down my east, Shin Ramsey can go ahead and pawn that, and take that basically into his hand, quote unquote, and that would still legalize his hand to be able to complete the rest of it out for. Alright, I know we just went through a lot there. Any questions? Anything
I totally
you
know
want
what's
to
going on.
What's that?
I totally know what's going on. Don't worry. I already know. I already know what piece I'm gonna put down next. You guys are not ready for the bout of play I'm about to display on the stream.
I mean, you're probably right. I'm probably not ready. Cracks, how are you faring so far?
I got the whole thing.
I'm good. It's working. The gears are moving.
All right. And so that's kind of where Mahjong gets a little bit messy, like I said. The open hands, the closed hands, what legalizes hand, what doesn't legalize hands, so on and so forth. And how do you go about building your hand exactly? So I'd say for right now, simply focus on just completing your hand to kind of start out a little bit. And then we'll move on to some of the more nuanced things here and there they kind of point out like, oh, you want to be looking out for this. Why does this thing happen? So on and so forth. Oh, one last thing I want to call. If you want to do that 3 run, like to be able to steal from another player or cheat, you can only do it from your player from your left. Only from your left at that time. So if I drop down like, well, you have a 3 in your hand, but you have that 1, 2, 3 cracks. So if, say, the AI dropped the 3 of characters, you cannot pull it because they're not to your left. But on the other hand, if Shin Ramsey dropped it, you could pull it from Shin Ramsey on the other hand, just like you could do with that 6 in the last turn.
I was about to drop the 6, but no, I won't. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Shin Ramsey cannot pull it back from you, though, on the other hand. Because you're not his left. But on the last part of that, finally, Pawn and Con, which is pulling a tile to complete a 3 of a kind, or Con is a 4 of a kind, those will always overrule a cheat. So that will, if you need to complete your, you need that 6 to complete your run of 3, and someone else has 2 other 6s and they want to call it, they get it first, no matter what. So be aware of that possibility. And lastly, if you want to complete your hand and your hand's 1 away, you can also, you don't have to exactly go into Rigi for that, obviously, but if you're 1 away, then you can call Ron when someone discards a tile and it's your last tile that you need from wherever it is on the table. So if you think someone's very close to completing their hand, you might want to start watching out and making sure that you are ready for that. So, with all that information in your head, feel free to start playing around, discarding the tiles that you think are a good idea. And if you have any questions about discarding tiles or any reasons or tactics that you would implement, feel free to ask before you do it. But I would say for now, let's go through a round, just kind of so you can see the flow a little bit better.
All right, I have a question already.
Yes, please.
How do you discard a tile?
Oh, your turn's already over, so.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I could do it like while waiting. Okay.
No. It's only when it's your turn. So right now it's Krax's turn, and at his very right, he has the tile he just picked up. And so he has to choose which tile he wants to discard amongst his hand, or if he wants to discard the tile that he just drew.
Knowing what I know, this makes sense to me.
It does. Actually, very, very good choice. Actually, I just looked at my hand now finally, and I actually a pretty solid hand. And computer's gonna do whatever the fuck it wants.
So fast. Okay.
Easy AI is easy AI.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't have a plan. I'm programmed to fuck around and see what happens.
All right. I see the prompt pawn on my screen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like I should do that, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down. How do I put the do I just click it?
Click on it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on it. Do I?
Oh, you have
do
to
I
skip. I think you have to skip pawn.
Oh, okay. Now I am gonna pawn. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, you want to pawn? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I got more. Yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah. And then you have to discard 1 to make up for the one that you just drew, quote unquote.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, this is all part of the plan. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Everything is calculated.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
And so I'll get a little bit more into other things while we're kind of discarding stuff. So the one that Shin Ramsey discarded is called a dragon tile. It's extraordinarily similar to the wind tiles I explained earlier, except obviously you don't have to be in a certain seat or anything like that. But if you have the 3 kind of those, that also legalizes your hand too. Oh, and I should also mention, there's 4 of every single tile, very similar to like a deck of cards. It's 4 clones of each tile in the game.
Oh.
And I'll get into the nuances of that in the next game too. But I don't want to overwhelm you right away.
Makes sense to me, I guess.
What am I doing here? Well, if the hand was closed, I would normally play this out.
Okay, I'm seeing another pawn. Okay. I'm getting excited. I'm gonna do that as well.
Yep.
He's got to
And then I'll put this 2 out.
Also, Thief of Grimbley, if the music's too loud or too quiet in the chat, let me know, by the way. I'll leave that.
So is opening your hand just a matter of what strategy you're going for? Like there's
More or less. The thing about opening your hand is, generally opening your hand makes your hand less valuable. Very generally. I'm not gonna say generally. I'm gonna say 99% of the time, it's gonna make your hand like much less valuable. But on the other hand, because you're working to steal from other players, you can finish your hand generally a lot faster because you're not waiting on one tile at a turn to keep your hand closed. You're also pulling from everyone else's discards. And two, sometimes you can kind of bait other players by showing that, oh, look, I have these out on the field, so it seems like I'm going for this kind of hand, but I'm actually have a hidden hand over here, and I'm just going to steal the round with like a small amount of points, but me getting points is you all not getting points. So that's always a really good tactic to kind of employ, think about, so on and so forth. And you will definitely, by the way, even in this explanation, I'm going to allow you all to make mistakes, and I'll explain why they're mistakes later on, just to make sure that I don't throw a bunch of information at you in one go.
oh, and so in the top right, there's top left, there's 5 tiles removed from the deck. Is that what that is?
Yes. I was actually going to get to that later. So yes, every game, and it doesn't show it exactly here very well, but you can see the top left right there. There are 5 tiles shown on that screen, and those are 5 tiles that are just removed from the game. But what the game also doesn't show you is that it's stacked on top of 5 other tiles that are also removed from the game. So at every single draw of the game, there are 10 tiles that are removed from the game. Absolutely.
Okay.
You can see one of the tiles, which is the 3 of characters. So that means whatever tile is showing in that top 5, the tile number after it is worth an extra point. I'll put it that way. Just for now, it is worth an extra point. So the 4 of characters is worth an extra point right now, which you can see in my hand is probably shining, and the AI's hand is also shining. And just for the sake of this Mahjong Soul, if the tile is shining, is worth an extra point. And I can get to like the point system once we start seeing what a win looks like too.
Once we get there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was me, Yakahaida. Tiny Ron. You're right, Viva Grimbley. Also, how the heck are you, Thief of Grimbley? Thanks for swinging by. Greatly appreciated. Just wanted to record this and everything like that, so.
There's stickers.
Oh, yes, there are also stickers, and the AI will just, like, respond to you.
Wait, there's stickers?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
To the right, if you have that little smiley face, yeah.
All right, I'm contemplating. I feel like I know what to put down. I feel like I don't know what to put down. But
Trust me, that feeling never goes away. You just get better at it.
yeah, true.
I have friends who are in master rooms, and it's like, they just sit there and they look at it, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then they say, I don't know what to do. I'm like, all right, that makes me feel better.
right, my gut feeling is I should put this down, so I'm going to do it.
Okay.
You did it.
You did. If it makes you feel better, you're at a point where it's like, it doesn't super matter just because your hand's ready almost no matter what, so it just depends on what you feel best about keeping in your hand. Okay, he goes in this situation. You're just Chaos John. Yeah. Oof. Oh, wait. Unless you were the pro tag thief of Grimbley. In which case, yay. Otherwise, I understand. Someone did 2 double reaches earlier today, Grimbley, and I was not having that. It was a terrible day today.
I'm flexing on them. I'm drinking tea.
Flexing on 'em.
She has pretty good emotes especially for a default character.
So is that white tile just another dragon tile?
Yes, correct.
Oh.
So yeah, there are three suits of dragon tiles: the green dragon, the white dragon, and the red dragon. The white dragon was very easy to design.
Yeah, it seems like it. I don't know why I held on to that for so long.
Well, I mean, there are tactics behind that too, right? Because
That's also true.
so now you've seen Shin Ramsey, like for example, threw down the east. Well, it's like, well, you don't know what your hand's doing quite yet. Like, you don't know how your hand's forming entirely. Actually, your hand's pretty good. But it's like,
Streamer
okay,
luck, baby. Streamer luck.
is like, okay, well, now that I've seen the 3 east are down, I don't have to worry about this east ever getting called for a winning tile and I lose my points. So I'll just hold it until my hand gets further along and more people are starting to shape their hand out. And then when I really need like get a last tile before I go into, by the way, being one away from a victory, one tile away from winning is called Tempai. But you're like, oh, well, I need to get one more tile before I get into Tempai, but I'm going to keep this east, so when I do get into Tempai, I can throw down a perfectly safe tile, and I won't get punished for it, versus like, well, I'm getting to Tempai, but I have to throw down this very commonly used tile, so I might just die. So there's tactics around that too. It's like, now you know what Shinram is kind of going for. You're like, okay, I can play around that a little bit.
I am so sorry for that. That was such a good play. My bad.
This fucking guy.
I have no idea what's going on, but I think I'm doing amazing.
I won't lie, you're actually in a pretty good predicament.
Doing
So actually, Shinram, before you click anything, so right now, on your bottom right, you should have a little exclamation point, I assume, right?
No, I do not have
Not yet?
anything
Okay.
on my bottom right. Oh wait, it's still my turn. I didn't even realize it was still my turn. Okay.
Okay. Well, okay, if you mouse over it then, between a 1 and a 6, does anything extra happen when you mouse over it?
Yes. Oh, I see.
So
all right,
it's showing you the last tile that you need to complete your hand. Thankfully, Mahjong Soul is really good about helping you out with this sort of thing.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah. So because your hand is 1 away from completion, it'll tell you, okay, if you drop the 1, you need to get a pair of 6s in your case. Or if you drop the 6, you get a pair of 1s in that case. So, I mean, there's tactics behind it, but I'm not going to go too deeply into it.
Gotcha.
At least not yet. God damn it, game. That's my third 8. That always sucks to
You
see.
should have just held on to the 8s on the whim.
Yeah. You'll definitely have a lot of moments where you're like, oh, if I just held on to this random number that I would have been really stupid to hold on to, I would have been rewarded. But nope. Nope. Ah, okay. I do know one thing I do want to explain here. I mean, you can go ahead with your turn, Cracks, if you're still inclined, but it's a little bit hard to explain, but I can explain it. So, now that you're in Tempai, for example, Shin Ramsey, so say that for whatever odd reason, you pick up, your next tile that you pick up is the 9 of pins, which is the circles, by the way. And you're like, ooh, I want to switch it out because I discarded the 9 of pins, and that means someone else will think it's still safe, and so I'm gonna pick it back up and keep it in my hand. But you can't do that in this game. If your winning tile is in your discard pile, you cannot win off that tile from someone else. You have to draw the tile into your hand by yourself to be able to win off that tile.
Oh, okay, I see. So I threw a little bit. Gotcha. I threw a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, so you probably don't want to. Fuck you, computer. You probably don't want to heavily switch around your weights a ton, just for the risk of accidentally putting yourself into what's called furry 10. Because then you can't. If someone else drops it, you're shit out of luck. You can't use that as a tile for your win.
got the knife.
Yeah, that's such a good emo. Oh my god, that is so good. Actually, let me look at the computer. What are you looking for? Oh, okay. I see.
Or a 5 of bamboo, right?
What was that? Sorry.
They're looking for a 5 of bamboo, right?
You're half right. Let's put it that way. You're half
Half
right.
right.
But remember, it's a 3 straight of any numbers. So they can also get a
I could go
2,
1.
another 2, and that still completes it. And then if that 1 2 is used for the 2 3 4, and they still have 2 2s left, that is still considered a pair.
Okay.
So that is what's called a 2-sided weight, and that's generally what you want to try to aim for if you can. Easier said than done, though.
Yeah.
You can't just choose to do it. Also, a nice thing you can do for Mahjong Soul while you're learning is you can mouse over any sort of tiles that you want to and see if it's been dropped or not, or see where they're at, so that you can better understand, like, oh, okay, like 2 of these are dropped on these turns. I can see them a lot better. You can kind of hunt them down and see what's actually going on with that. Go. Don't be like Viva Grimly. I know you can't see my stream chat, but don't be like Viva Grimly. Unless you're playing, whatchamacallit. What's the word? Three-player Mahjong. I cannot think of the name of it, but there is 3-player Mahjong, which is different. Alright. I have a weird hand. I have a very unique hand. It's a legalable hand, but it's dumb. I'll explain. I can explain that part later too.
Wait,
So-
did I? I was supposed to keep that, wasn't I?
You probably should have kept that.
Oh
Because-
my god, I knew it.
Yeah, because you.
Yeah, the feeling.
I just threw.
That's all right. You're gonna draw more hands anyway, so you probably want to tag out that red because you already have a red in discard.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking about. I'm starting to get it now.
Yeah, because also now you can start looking at some discard stuff. You say, okay, you have 1 red, you discarded a red, Cracks discarded a red, so there's only 1 red potentially left in the deck, and it could still be in the dead wall, which is what that top left corner is. One of those 10 tiles that are just removed from the game completely. So you have to kind of play a heavy odds game in that regard. That's where some of the gambling comes in a little bit.
Gotcha. I understand.
Yeah.
Gotcha, thank you.
Yeah, this is bullshit, Viva Grimly. I know I can't finish this hand. I know the moment I would try to finish this hand, I would have to probably drop the 5, and the 5 would kill me. And it's just knowing that is like, I cannot finish this hand. But thank you. Oh, or the game could just also do that. All right, well, here's a perfect example of 1, a very unique hand, and 2, yeah, that's some actual proper response, Shin Ramsey, and 2, a Riichi. So now that I have just drawn the 5, what I currently have going now is, and I'm not going to teach you the Japanese names of most of these things because I don't remember them, but that's between all of us. Don't tell the Japanese police.
True.
They're common.
Yeah. So what I have here is called 7 pairs. It's when you have 7 pairs in your hand. So you have the 5-5, the 6-6, the 7-7, the 8-8. I drew the 5-5, and then I have a 4-4 over here. So that's also a hand they can do closed that will make your hand legal. So now that I'm one away technically by either dropping the 6 or the 3, that would give me Ricci. Which I'm gonna drop the 6 just for example's sake. Normally I'd probably drop the 3 just knowing me because I'm a weirdo. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so what you probably have right now, Shin Ramsey, is a con, right?
Yes, I do have a con.
So what?
I do.
Okay, so what con will do... Oh boy, I was hoping I'd have a little bit more time before this happened. But you have the devil's luck, it seems. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, look. Peter Grizzly's already fucking hype. All right, so con is when you have 4 of a kind and you want to set it out on the table to say you have 4 of a kind. What this does is it flips over another tile on that dead wall that you have in that top left corner and reveals it.
Oh.
That means that there's another tile in the game that will also have an added value to it, 1 extra point added to it. Mm-hmm. And you'll also know a little bit more information like, oh, what's in the dead wall? Oh, I won't be going for this, so on and so forth. So, knowing you probably want to click con.
I probably want to click con, but, you know, kind of also want to go for something a little risky, you know? Something a little risky.
It doesn't get riskier than cons, I'll tell you that much.
Doesn't get riskier than con. Okay, now doing con.
There you go. You're right.
Doing con.
I should say the reason why it doesn't get riskier than con is because, congratulations, now Krax's hand is more valuable.
Hell yeah.
You don't know what's under the wall until you flip it over, and that could make someone's hand like a nothing hand into an explosively powerful hand. Just by accident. Okay. Whoops.
Whoops.
Wait, I think... Never mind, my bad.
No, that was good. That was good. The community likes to call this action multi-ball.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that is what cons do. As a small nuance I don't expect you to remember, so you can put this in the back of your memory if you want to. If you draw the tile to get 4 of a kind, and you call a con on it, your hand is still considered closed. It's very weird, I know. Call him Mini-Man, I usually speak.
Okay.
Don't call Mini-Man on me. Don't call my teacher on me.
Call the police. Call the police.
No, not in this day and age. You can't do it.
I feel like I only have like 1 legal move. I won't lose the game.
Sorry, did you actually say something, Krax? It sounded like you were pretty quiet.
That was the the anime muttering to yourself.
Oh. All right, good. You're playing the game great already.
Yeah. No, I feel like I only have 1 move that won't end the game instantly.
I mean, because you can see everyone's hands, you can.
Yeah, because I know everyone's hands.
Yeah, you can suss out like, oh, hey, here's what I can and can't do. But if you want to talk it out, feel free to. No, let's talk about how things are working, because then you can kind of get a better idea of like, oh, this is the potential of what's happening when someone else is actually playing and I can't see their hand. So yeah, feel free to talk it out loud if you feel inclined.
Because if I drop the 9, that gives the pair to the AI. I could do something.
Ah, I see what you're questioning about. So yeah, if you look at the AI's hand, they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are 2 runs that are already completed. Okay. By giving it a pair, the pair is completely separate from any sort of run or 3 of a kind or anything. So that wouldn't complete their hand.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that really completes their hand is the 2 or the 5. Because they have a pair of 2s already. So that's set as pretty much the pair, I guess is the best way to put that.
Okay.
So yeah, 9 is safe. And I just have to discard whatever gets into my hand, so I do not have a choice. And so does the computer, by the way, because they also reach you too.
You reached it like 7 turns ago or something?
Yeah, it's been a little while.
I see I'm in a sticky situation, because no matter what I put down, Krax is able to take it from me. If I put the 2 down, they could take it from me. If I put the 5 down, they could take it from me. And that's not what I want, right?
The thing is, and this is a very rare situation, obviously, because you know what's going on right now.
Totally.
The 5 will get you killed. The 2,
Not so much.
he can't really do anything with. Krax cannot actually take the 2 and do anything with it.
I
Okay.
think
He's not in
Yeah,
Tempai.
Could they take it though?
No. Because
Alright.
it doesn't complete his run of like 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 4, or anything like that. So it doesn't complete his run, and he's not in Tempai right now. So it doesn't complete anything for him. So he can't call Ron off of it, which would complete his hand as a winning hand. And he doesn't have 3. He doesn't have 2 other 2s to make it a 3 of a kind. So it does not help him in any way.
But wouldn't it be like a pair? Like, why wouldn't it be a pair?
The only time you can call a pair is when it's your last tile to complete your hand, and that's on the Ron.
Okay.
But since his hand is not ready yet, you're good to drop it. Like I said, in this case, though, it's very much like I would drop the 2 anyway because the AI had already dropped the 2, and you know the AI is 1 tile away from winning, and you know that they cannot win off of tiles that they already dropped. So the 2 would be the safer option regardless.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah.
I see now. See, I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking that the tiles I put down are the ones I can like yoink and add them to like to the winning pile. So that's why I realized how much I threw by putting some of my tiles down. So I'm like, oh wait, this is what I need to do. But I realized, oh wait, I needed to keep those really bad.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of playing around with like what you discard, the reasons you discard, and none of it will ever feel good. I'll tell you that right now. You're not gonna feel good about it for the longest time.
Oh, God. Okay, AI, calm down.
AI just wants to be people too. Don't threaten the AI, Shin Ramsey.
I am ready. I'm out for blood.
Coming for it. Coming for it.
I currently have a prediction going on in my chat saying if we would win our first Mahjong game, and I need to prove the doubters wrong.
Oh God.
I need to prove the doubters wrong.
All right, I have something to tell you that may or may not disappoint you. Do you mean the first hand of Mahjong, or do you mean the entire round of Mahjong?
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
So we're currently in the first hand of our round of Mahjong.
So
very
if I win
generally,
this, it won't.
I would say very generally in this. Okay, let me just rephrase that. In this specific situation, we're playing what is called an East game. That means once everyone gets to be dealer once, then the game ends. Very generally. There's a lot of small rules behind this. So that would be winning the entire game. So it's like, do you win? Are you saying, are you going to win this current hand? Or are you going to win the entire game?
See, I thought the current hand was the whole game.
Nope.
So
Nope. Obviously, the games don't usually move this slow because you kind of know what you start wanting to look for and stuff like that.
I'll let my chat decide. All
right, fair enough. That's a good point, Grimbley. That's an absolutely good point. And I kind of parsed that out a little bit, and that was kind of on me, where I did say you can only call it if you complete something, but then I put all the nuances like, well, cheese only to your left and pawns wherever you want. So I'm actually really scared I'm gonna end up dealing into the. Actually, can I deal into 5? You have a 5. Yeah, okay, I was curious. Just the cool cat noises. Yeah, our cat's being kind of a shit. So one thing we do is if our cat's being a shit and she won't stop being a shit, we'll just bring the cat over and we'll quote unquote punish her by like holding her up and we touch her tummy. And not even in a cruel way, just like I set my hand on her stomach, and she's like, no, no. And I'm like, I'm not even moving my hand.
Wait, I just threw again. I didn't want Pete to let down, didn't I?
No, I mean, once again, in this rare case, that was absolutely 100% the correct option, unless you wanted to lose.
Okay, wait, so I'm guessing if I put this 5 down, I will lose the game.
You will lose his hand.
Okay.
Because if you look over at the AI who called Ricci so many turns ago, to complete their hand, if you look at their very end point, where they have the 3-4, that's not technically complete. That's their last not complete thing right now. So they either need a 2 or a 5 to complete that hand.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm dangerously close to like losing myself, but I'm still I'm hanging by a thread.
Yeah, and so that actually you're a great example right now. The other half of calling your hands and being completely open is sometimes you might end up in a situation where you just literally die no matter what. Because Shin Ramsey, if you pull a 2 of bamboo right now, you lose. Period. There's nothing you can do about it. Because you have to either drop the 5 or the 2.
I'm praying that my luck, I got the shimmer luck on my side. I don't think that'll be happening tonight. Please don't make me eat my words.
I think you'll be fine because the computer has 2 of the 2s. I don't know where the other 2s are, and 1 2's missing somewhere. Oh well, the computer drew it.
She got it.
Yeah, she got the 2. So, yeah, you can also draw your own tile. In that case, that's called a sumo. If you draw your own tile that you need to finish out your hand, holy fucking shit.
Did we just get,
so she just won, huh?
She didn't win, but she definitely killed us. Very hard.
Damn.
Oh god, that was unfortunate. That was just bad luck. All right, so once you were able to complete your hand, you get to the scoring phase, obviously, and there's about, as you saw on that screen, like a billion different things you can score on, and that wasn't even all of it. And that was a ginormous hand because of, well, technically sensible reasons, but reasons. So one thing I did mention earlier is that when you con, you flip over one of the tiles in that dead wall, and whatever was revealed is now worth an additional point. So, one of the powerful things about this is when you Ricci, what you do is if you win your hand, you also flip the same number of tiles from the pile underneath that top 5 wall, and those tiles also count to create extra points in the same way. So, Shin Ramsey, by doing the con, pretty much destroyed all of us because of it.
That's right.
You say you want to be risky.
Yep. I'm like, that's the risky move that you probably want. So if you want to be risky, that's the move. 100%. RoboCats absolutely won blood.
All according to plan.
Oh, gosh. All right. That's multi-ball. That's multi-ball. All right, I'm going to start teaching you all about some other hands and things to be considered about when you're starting to call hands and kind of getting more used to what you want to call, not call, and stuff like that. One of the most common call hands that you have that aren't calling the dragons or calling your seat win or calling your the round win is all simples. All simples is having a hand without any 1s, 9s, or what they call terminal tiles, which is the dragon tiles or the win tiles, as a part of your winning hand. So that is also a legal hand too, just excluding all the 1s, all the 9s, and all the terminal tiles, or all the weirdo tiles out of your hand. If you have that, you're good to go as a hand too. So that's also, a possibility of hands going forward. So make sure that if you do call something, that the rest of your hand doesn't have like a 1 or a 2 or 1 or a 9 or anything like that if you're trying to call for an all simples, because your whole hand has to exclude those things. What do you got here? What do I have here? What am I doing here? Okay. So once again, this is just the biggest part of Mahjong, and why I'm kind of like, I don't think most people won't get the entirety of the game in one lesson is there's so many small nuances with what do I call, what do I not call, what does this mean, what does that mean, and so on and so forth. And what legalizes my hand, what doesn't legalize my hand. You'll be asking that question for a while, and I highly suggest taking that link I put in the Discord and just keeping it open. Keep your half your screen Mahjong, keeping the other half of the screen the list of legal hands to kind of get a better feel of like, oh, right, I can do this, or I can do this, or so on and so forth. And hell, sometimes I even look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this too. I forgot about that one. Because that's honestly just general rote memorization / pattern recognition. And so I will give you the general tip of do not call unless you have a game plan. Do not call other people's tiles unless you have a game plan. Do not open up your hand unless you have a game plan. Because otherwise, you might trap yourself in a situation where it's legitimately unwinnable. Because you're like, oops, didn't mean to do that.
The Ponzi Wanzi? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, you're getting some really good hands. It's actually kind of frustrating. I'm like, God. How am I supposed to teach you if you don't lose in the first place?
Exactly.
But yeah, as Stephen Grimley also says, the barrier to entry is insanely high, but not for the reasons you expect it to. It's like going through a high school or college class where you're just like, hey, here's a bunch of information, you have to learn it now. And it's like, oh, no. Okay, here I go.
I didn't expect a dissertation.
Yeah, exactly. But once you get it down, you start getting it down, and then you start playing the game pretty good, and then you realize, oh, every decision I make is wrong, and then you have to remember it's a gambling game. Repeat until success or failure, or both.
Repeat until you're spending money.
Yes.
In gambling matches.
Yeah. Repeat until you actually go across the sea to play Mahjong with people who are happy to take your money, and they play at a fast pace. Which that is one thing I should probably say. Once you get to actually playing Mahjong ranked games, the games move fast. Don't get discouraged. It's going to be frustrating when that timer runs out after like 5 fucking seconds. It feels awful. But you'll get used. It's one of those you jump into the fire situations and you have to start just going. You have to go. You have to start making those game plans. It's terrifying. Yeah, this is the point where I run out of patience and I start playing more aggressively.
So he starts taking our lunch money.
Well, I won't be doing that. It won't be much lunch money if I take it. Yeah, Radu Nishiba. Learning what a Yaku is, like, the thing is, like, you can explain what a Yaku is, but it's also like, a Yaku could mean a million different things. It's a problem. It's like, oh yeah, you just have to get a Yaku in your hand to win. Oh yeah, okay, if I get whatever a Yaku is in my hand, I win. Oh yeah, Yaku is that whole list of things I sent over to you. Those are all Yaku. Congratulations. You have a lot to learn. God damn it, game. Alright. Yeah, that's 3. But, yeah, that's kind of where the heavy part comes in. The heavy lifting comes in. You have to learn all the different Yaku, and then you have to kind of figure out what do I want to go for, how fast do I want to go for it, what's worthwhile, what's not worthwhile, so on and so forth. And the demons are always laughing at you. You'll eventually get to the point where you're like, wow, this game fucking hates me. And it's like, damn right it does. Good God. And then you figure out little tactics here and there, and like you start figuring out some commonplace stuff and stuff you should be watching out for and stuff like that. So that's why we're kind of doing the open hand to say, here's where your mistake was, here's what you're kind of looking for. You kind of know what to look for and everything like that. So yeah, definitely take your time to look around and ask any questions if you see other people's stuff in people's hands, so on and so forth. Oh yeah, my tiles are actually yellow though, because of the, it's just saying, well, thanks computer. But it's basically just saying, yeah, my tiles are open, everyone's watching. everyone can see your hand. And in this case, the computer played out a 4, and I'm just gonna call that. My guy's gonna yell wrong really loudly. It's not a huge hand.
You won?
Yeah.
The computer gave it to
The
him.
computer just gave it to me.
It's fine. We don't lose points. Computer.
But yeah, also that's also a fine tactic to say, wow, I'm not very close to finishing my hand, and this other person seems like they're pretty close to finishing their hand. I'm just going to fold my tiles to play safe tiles that have already been discarded, so I can be safe and someone else loses their points. Sometimes you can literally win a game or get second place by literally just folding because other people will still play in.
I've been trying to do that. I think I've been trying to do that. I'm just putting down piles like, oh, I don't think I could do anything with this piece.
Yeah, and that's kind of the first major stepping stone that you'll have in this game, is called tile efficiency. And just figuring out what tiles do I want to discard to get to my hand to a legal point as fast as I possibly can, without regards of what anyone else is doing.
And just to make sure that the picture you gave us, that's all the legal ways we could win, right?
Very technically, yes. I mean, I would say very technically. It is.
Gotcha.
It's still a very confusing example overall, but it does a decent job of it at the same time. It's a bit weird. But make sure you do look at everything and kind of understand how everything works, because it's really, really messy.
Okay, question. So after I did that, 2 of my tiles are now kind of like grayed out. What does that mean?
So if you call a chi, you cannot call a connecting tile to it, and tile next to it. So I believe your 6s are grayed out.
Yeah, my 6s are grayed out.
Yeah, so you cannot call the tile that's next to it. It kind of prevents some of that like OSing a little bit. It's like, oh, well, I'm gonna call this, and then still keep these 6s over here because then someone's gonna fall for it. It's like, no, you have to discard. You have to discard something else way unaffiliated with it. So do be careful of that too at the same time.
I didn't know Mahjong had OSs now too.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
they actually patched it out, unlike Capcom. But yeah, Thieva Grimbley kind of says like it's really like poker. You gotta win. You gotta learn the hands, and then you win big. And then, oops, there's the gambling hole. Now you're stuck in it. But thankfully, you don't have to spend money on this one if you don't choose.
Next thing you know,
I'm
your
definitely
house
gonna be
is
stuck in
gone.
this.
Sorry, was that Cracks?
Next thing you know, your house is gone.
Yeah, I feel real bad about everything.
I gotta tell you, I'm already stuck in this, and I'm like yelling over here.
Good. That will be your normal speaking voice for this game. Yeah, I guess the robot can't see my hand. I guess the AI can't see my hand because they played directly into me for Ricci. But I guess it's supposed to be easy also, so I guess that's the point. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. But what was I saying earlier about hand efficiency? Yeah. So yeah, that'll be kind of like your first major stepping stone in this game. Just really getting used to making a really efficient hand, other hands and what other discards be damned. You just get yourself there fast as possible. And what will you discard to get yourself there as efficiently as possible? And there's a trainer for that, which I can also link to you all too, which will help you train that way. But I would say don't worry about it quite yet. First, understand kind of in general what legalizes your hand, so you can actually figure out what can you do to make your hand more efficient or not. And figure out, oh, okay, there's this many tiles remaining of this, so it's more efficient to keep these tiles or throw away these tiles because, oh, there's already been like 3 tiles that have been thrown out. Doc played the Forest today, and now he is everyone. I'm getting all these Chi Toy hands. I wish I could get these Chi Toy hands while I'm like, playing in fucking ranked matches. Chi Toy is a 7 pairs, I apologize. Everyone else calls it Chi Toy. I just call it 7 pairs because I'm a dumb American idiot.
So just a question, because I remember last time you were pointing out the exclamation point, but I didn't have it, but now I feel like I've been having it. What does that mean again?
It's just the game kind of telling you, like, hey, you're in Tenpai if you do this thing, and you have an illegal hand.
Oh, I have an illegal hand. That's what it's telling me.
Well, you have a legal hand potentially.
Oh, legal. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuances with that. I don't know if I want to get entirely into it, but it basically is saying like you are one away from having a technically complete hand. But even if your hand is not legal, you technically still be one away from completing your hand and still not be able to win. Because there's some rule sets behind that too.
Gotcha.
And they're not bad rule sets either. Alright, well. Guess so. I'll just do this for now.
All according to plan. That's exactly what I wanted. Wait, what is this? choose one to cheat.
Oh yes,
no,
because in that situation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I have multiple options.
Yeah. You can do the 4-5 and make it and pull the 3 into it, or you can do the 2-4 and then pull the 3 into that one, and then whatever you remain with afterward.
It's still my turn. Okay.
Huh. I mean, you can't complete your hand, but.
Okay. I think. Wow, it's text is popping up for every single option, so I just gotta. Okay.
Thief of Grimbley, remind me what Dama is, because I'm very bad at Japanese terms. I just use all the English ones. But I figure right now, Shin Ramsey, if you click that thing in the corner with the exclamation point, it's gonna show you no Yaku, and it's gonna show you the tile and say no Yaku, correct?
Yes.
So yeah, you do have an illegal hand right now.
I have an illegal hand right now. Gotcha.
Yeah, because there are essentially no hands available to you where you can show. That's a bad way. Let's just say you just don't have a legal hand. You can probably look at the list and suss it out eventually. But the very, very general thing I'm going to say is that when there is a 1 or a 9 involved, you have to have a very intentional hand to complete with all 1s and 9s, like what are called edges, to be able to complete a hand that way. So now that you have like the 1 and the 9 showing as locked into your hand, those middle parts that you have in your hand right now don't do anything for you.
So the shiny ones don't do anything for me?
Right now, you can't. They do stuff for you, but you can't complete your hand legally.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those things that you just have to learn through trial and error. And be like, oh, whoops, I fucked up, and I just have to know. Okay, winning on code. Yeah. Actually, that's a great thing, Thief of Grimbley. Okay, so that's a great time to show it. So right now, once again, I have 7 pairs. Once again, another weird and generally rarer hand. I keep getting it for some reason. So you have the 1-1, the 3-3, the 4-4, the 5-5 of bamboos, the north, and the white dragons. And all I need is a 5 left. So I've been given the option to Riichi because I'm technically 1 away from winning my hand. But you don't have to do it in this case. You don't have to announce that you're 1 away from winning your hand. You never have to fucking do that. And so if I just discard the 7 that I just drew right now, cool. You all don't know I'm 1 away from winning. And that's super fucking dangerous for you all. But on the other hand, if I do win my hand, I don't get to flip any of the... if I do win my hand without doing a Riichi, the Riichi's worth like 1 extra point. I should mention that. So it's worth a little bit more. But additionally, I don't get to flip any additional tiles on the dead wall, the top left dead wall, because I didn't Riichi. So I don't get to flip any additional tiles to see if I'm worth more points or not. So that's kind of the balance between if you want to reach E, if you don't want to reach E, if you need to catch up in points or you don't want to catch up in points. Stealth Timpai? I've never heard of Stealth Timpai, but that's a really good term for it. But yeah, Stealth Timpai. We'll call it Stealth Timpai. I like that one, actually. And no Ipatsu either. Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't explain points yet. I'm gonna hold off on Ipatsu at this point, Ratty Nishiba. I'll explain that as we go a little bit further. For now, I want them to actually understand like what makes a hand and what doesn't make a hand, because that's the hardest fucking part of this game. But in my case, normally, I would instantly, right away, reach E, just because since I have two of a lot of different numbers and tiles, if I reach E and I win, the odds of me getting another tile flipped over that makes my hand more valuable is extremely high. Because I have so much general coverage on this. So generally, if you ever are playing in the future and you remember this for some odd reason, if you have 7 pairs, generally you want to reach E. Unless you're like, oh god, this other person's also in Reachy and I don't want to die. So you can play a little bit safer and still choose what you want to discard instead. For now, I'm just going to do it this way just to extend the game length a little bit more. Yo, what's up, General Yeti? Yeah, we have teaching tiles right now. Just something a little bit different. I've had some friends who've asked and wanted to learn how to play, and I just wanted to make sure I got them on board. But how's it going? Happy Tuesday to you all. Thanks for just chilling out and hanging out. I'm just trying to teach a little bit, have a little bit of fun. I know people have wanted to learn, and I wanted to have it a recording, and at the same time, having people in chat who know what's going on, so I don't miss a lot of the really higher points if I'm missing any of them. But yeah, definitely General Yeti. You look at the Yaku chart, you're like, what the fuck is this? But then once you start looking at it, you play a little bit more, you're like, oh, these are all just more patterns. Everything is a pattern. Everything makes sense. Generally. Oh, gosh. Oh, did you just pick it up, Pirate Rat? Hell yeah. How you liking it? What the fuck is my hands right now? Jesus. If I wanted to drop that 5, I could probably go for it. Well, no, technically I couldn't, but God, I'm getting some hella good draws. Anyway. Yeah, how you liking it so far? Because I know the first few weeks are a lot, but you also have the dopamine of learning a lot at the same time. So it's really a lot of fun in that regard too. Cool, Mahjong there, Rito. Happy Tuesday, bud deucer. How's it going, Glowspin? Happy to have you here. Happy Tuesday to you too. Yeah, that's the thing about Mahjong. Like, you start learning stuff. Once you start taking off from the Yaku aspects of things, you start realizing like, oh, here's this pattern that I've been seeing. Oh, here's what they're showing, so I can kind of discern what they're figuring out. And then once you start getting to the point where you're like, oh, I see what you're discarding. So that means I figured out what you're doing now. I understand what you're trying to go for. And it gets, and then you get to the people who are like, I know what I'm discarding.
Wow.
So therefore, you get to that Mexican standoff movie trope. Fourth away, Suwanko. I think Suwanko, I assume, is all concealed triplets. Once again, I don't use Japanese names. I use all the American names. And very lame terminology because I'm a very simple person. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna try to keep things simple and learned.
So I just found out
Yes.
what kind of hand I got, and I just want to say it is over for you guys. I know the way to win. I think I know the way to win this round, and I'm very confident. All of a sudden, I think.
Oh, no, I think.
Do you want to explain it out loud? Because I don't think.
All right. I think so. So I was looking at the document.
Yeah.
Really, like, what in God's name? Because suddenly my dick went from legal to not legal. Or it was not legal to legal. So I'm like, all right, I gotta find out what this is so I can win. And I realized it is the, which one is it? It is the, it is the pure straight, I think, because I have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, just kidding.
You
No,
definitely
no.
don't have a 1 or a 2.
I thought I had a few straight for a second. Now I don't know what I have. So
You
back to
don't
the drawing
have
board.
anything.
Wait, I don't have anything.
You know,
Wait, but I thought.
there's no legal hands you can make at this point with how you locked into your
Wait.
hand.
I thought I was winning. Oh no.
That's why I'm like, I'm gonna like show you the Yaku screens, and you're just gonna have to learn by just flummoxing through it. That's honestly the one way to learn.
I was so cocky. Oh no.
But that's good that you're looking at it in that way, because you're starting to get into more of the different and more advanced hands and saying, okay, here's some of the things I can do over here. I'm noticing that pure straight is an option in the future, for example.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, so I don't have anything right now, huh?
You're completely kaput, honestly.
Gotcha. Okay.
But there are tactics behind that too. It's just very advanced type stuff. Because
I feel like I'm at the point where because I just screw other people over at this point, huh?
it is your best plan at this point, but you're also only relegated to 4 tiles also, which makes it a little bit harder to screw people over because you can't hold a lot of tiles away from other people, and you're limited on what you can throw down too, and it limits your options, and sometimes you just are forced to make a extraordinarily bad decision. Unlike Ram Master, who made an extraordinarily good decision with the follow. Thank you much, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for joining in. I'm not much of a Mahjong streamer, quite honestly, but I do enjoy the game. Happy to have you here.
Wait, I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
Why do I have so little pieces, and everyone else has so many pieces?
So since you open your hand, whenever you open your hand, you set those tiles to the side. Those are locked in, period. You cannot do anything else with those locked in tiles. And so, what you're left with is what's left of your hand, which is the last 4 tiles of it. Because you set all the rest of your hand to the side.
I see now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So that's why opening can be, that's why I say, if you don't have a plan specifically for opening up your hand, try not to do it. Because otherwise you can get yourself into really bad and very limited situations. And like in the last game where you only had 2 tiles in your hand, you could have literally ended up in a situation where you lost no matter what to the computer. And that computer would have ended your life.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, wow, okay.
That said, you did put down a bad tile. And it's gonna hurt you quite a bit.
That did hurt a little bit.
I think that might have ended the game. No, okay, you still have a little more. So,
oh my gosh, my points! Get it back!
So one additional thing I will tell you about points-wise. Once someone goes into the negatives, the game ends instantaneously. 100% is instantaneously at the end of that round, period. Doesn't matter what the rankings are. Another aspect of points is that... Oh, wow, you already called. That was fast.
Yes. I'm very confident in not knowing what I know.
All right.
Wait, so is there any way to like not have it open? Like, can I just like
the moment you call anything from any other person, that's
so I just committed already.
You committed, yeah. It's just a commitment. That's why it's like, unless you have a specific plan, do not call from other people. Do not open your hand in.
So the one goal I had for the next round, I already blew out the table.
You're very early in the game, and you might be able to fix it into something else.
Okay.
So, I will tell you your options, your quote-unquote best options is getting 3 of a kind of your seat win, which is north, so you have 1 of those right now. Getting a 3 of a kind of the dragon, which you have a red dragon in your hand right now, so that is also 1/3 of the way there. Or, and this one's getting a little bit more complicated, you can make an all-outsides hand. What an all-outsides hand is you have in every single one of your either triplets or your runs include a 1 or a 9 in it. The outsides of the hands, essentially. The outside of each suit, essentially, is what it's called. So.
Oh, I see.
Since you started off with the 1s, that's the start of your outside hand. You have a 1-3, you have a 9, you can potentially get there, and you might want to keep the 8 just in case you get an 7, 8, 9.
Gotcha.
You have to drop that 4 though. It ain't gonna do shit for you. And then
I like the 4.
now here's the I was afraid to get into complicated part. There are also half outside hands and half flush hands. So what you can do is, yeah, that's appropriate response. So say you get like your bamboos, you get your 1, 2, 3. With your pins, you get your 1, 2, 3, and you get a pair of 9, or you get like your triplet of 9s. And so at that point, you're left with like a single 8 and like the rest of your terminal tiles, the letter tiles essentially. Those can be used as part of a hand, essentially, as like an outside, as your more complicated hands, your outside hands or your flush hands. So if you have like all your outside hands in like 2 west or 3 wests, that's considered half outside. That's where I'm like, if you don't understand this, that's fine, because it does get very complicated from that point on. And you don't have to understand it yet either. Jesus Christ, it's my first turn. Damn you, Shin Ramsey. Oh gosh. I didn't realize I had not played a single tile this round yet. So basically, Shin Ramsey, calling V1 is a very greedy idea, but if you're able to win out this hand, your hand is worth a lot of points. So there's the bright side for you.
I am a greedster.
You are a greedster, but unfortunately, you're also a chuckster, and you're about to be chucked off this mortal coil.
Yeah, most definitely. I really want to go for the greedy option. I really do, but I don't think it's the best option.
I think your only option is the greedy option. You already made the greedy choice of pulling out the ones, and now you're stuck to. Actually, look at your Yaku chart. That's probably the best way to put it. Look at your Yaku chart.
Okay. I'm looking at it.
So anything that says outside is now going to be most likely your hand. So there's outside hand, and there's also all terminals and honors, I guess.
I don't see anything that says outside.
In the Tuhan hands, about 4 down.
4? Oh, I'm blind. Okay.
No, it's fine. There's a lot on here.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah, totally. I get it.
You can only do that if your hand's not open.
So it's hard to see because it's a very tiny screen.
Okay.
So it has the cross out on the eye, which means but it has like a number there. It loses 1 point if you open it up.
Okay.
But in this case, for example, if you had like a lot of outside hand and you saw that 1 drop, well, those 3 that he pulled is worth 3 points by itself. So it covers the cost of opening up your hand if you were able to do it very quickly.
Okay.
So you kind of have to balance that out a little bit too with the gamble. It's like, okay, if I do pull this aside, can I complete my hand fast enough or correctly enough to make it worth its while for opening up my hand? So that's where you start getting to points a little bit here and there. The point system is not horribly complicated, honestly, but you also have to figure out what you can even do with your hands in the first place. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Jinner Red Yeti definitely is putting up the mood of, his favorite is, okay, I'm in Tenpai. Fuck. Shortly followed by, how can I fix this? Oh no, oh no, oh no. And Jinner, the answer is, you probably can't fix it. You're probably just gonna suffer. That's sure the Mahjong way. Jinny's Yaku, no. Oh gosh. But yeah, no, Mahjong Soul Power Rat is surprisingly fairly well quality. People have said the tutorial is actually pretty solid. I've never went through the tutorial, so I don't know if it is or not. I can't attest to this, but people say it's pretty darn good. But the quality of the game is really good about teaching the game and saying, here's what you're looking out for. Here's the kind of things you're looking out for. Mouse over your tiles, and you can see what's been discarded, so you know what's safe and what people can and can't run off of. Here's your Tenpai button. Here's the tiles you need to win. And you kind of let the game play for you a little bit more without making any of the egregious mistakes that you would otherwise. So it is pretty high quality. It is super, super nice in that regard. Yo, what's up, Tina? How's it going? The Queen of Mahjong is now in my chat. That's crazy. I can't believe it. I've been blessed by the Queen of Mahjong.
I'm gonna get a blessing. Can I please get a blessing? Oh my gosh.
Do not give Shin Ramsey any blessings.
I need a blessing. I don't know what in God's name I'm doing.
Oh god. I don't know what to throw down. What do I want to do right now? Oh, these just that's fine. But yeah, I am trying my hand at teaching Mahjong just a little bit and seeing if I can go at it in a different way and hopefully, you know, get a better idea of how to teach the game so I can teach it a lot more efficiently to people without putting on the pressure of like you're gonna get it this first time. It's like, no, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna leave. You're gonna be 85% confused with what I just told you, and you're gonna have to look at that Yaku chart like 500 times before you're like, I get it now. Interesting hand. Very interesting hand. Okay, we'll just do that. Even Gripply, come on! Thank you for linking to your C drive. I appreciate this. I will access it now.
Okay, I think I'm going for the bait here, and if who I think takes the bait, then it's all according to plan. I think.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the bait. I'm gonna go for the bait.
It's not really a game of taking baits, but
It's not okay.
generally, no. You don't. It's more of a game of denial rather than trying to bait someone into specific things.
That's exactly what I wanted. Exactly, all
Yeah.
according to plan. I think.
Everything's going according to plan.
Yes. That's exactly what I wanted.
Oh.
Please tell me that benefits me.
Let's
No,
see if
it really benefits Cracks a lot, actually.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Cracks is in
I
a
had a
very
feeling.
great position, actually.
had
I'm
a
kind of
feeling.
scared. Just for the sake of example, I'm gonna go for greed. I'm gonna go for extremely dumb greed, but you won't understand why. You just download the file! Sundari Cactus with the brain genius! Sundari Cactus, if you have any questions, by the way, I am teaching friends, yes, but at the same time, if you have any questions and you're just like, I want to get this answered, feel free to ask. I'm still a few months in and everything like that, no sort of master or anything like that, but I have made to expert, so I at least know a modicum of thing or two. So happy to help. Cause on the basics, okay. Especially look at a Yaku. Yeah, I mean, I think that's ultimately going to be the end point for anyone that's learning Mahjong. You have to look at the Yaku chart, and it has to be presented in a understandable way that will hopefully help you acknowledge what you can and can't do. And that's the really hard part. Look at a Yaku chart, especially while playing, and then be like, oh, I see what I can and can't do from this situation. And eventually it'll just click one time. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's really hard because the game moves way fast when you're in ranked games. So at the same time, if you need to play some like more friendly game to play against the AI just to kind of give yourself a lot more time, I do suggest that too. It's something I didn't do personally because I'm a dumbass, but it's something I do suggest in retrospect to play against computers, keep the Yaku list up, and be like, okay, I see some of the patterns in my hand that I can and can't go for. Alright, that's fair enough. Until someone gives me the okay to use parts of their names, I will just go ahead and just say, oh, Sundari Cactus, 0. But no, I will just use Cactus in that case. That says not much of a problem for me to say it, so I don't mind either. Jolly, heck yeah. They both got the draw that they needed, and yet they're so far away. But that said, you're getting on your way there, Shin Ramsey.
Am I? Okay.
You're getting there. You are surprisingly not as far away as I would have expected you to be.
Of course, it's all according to plan.
Ooh, but that's also depending if you can beat Cracks out on their hand. Now, Cracks, I will warn you ahead of time. Actually, no, you're doing good. You're doing good. Never mind.
Okay.
Of course, waiting on Green Dragon. Yeah, the classic, the mini mat classic. I hate that I have these in my hand. Feels awful.
Yoinkers, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yoinker Z.
Yoinkers.
Yoinkers the.
All right. Now your hands.
Oh wait.
Well,
yeah,
actually, no,
yeah.
you're doing fine. We'll see what happens.
I'm wait, actually. I gotta look back at this chart.
Wait a minute, wait.
Yeah, no, look back at the chart. There's gonna be a lot of looking back at the chart. Yeah, the thing, I also agree, Cactus, on my half, because ironically enough, I have like a year plus of Japanese under my belt, and it's not like translating or saying these things are a problem, but I'm just a very simple brain dude. And the thing is that I just use the English names no matter what. Like, I just use the English names. So when I go into like my friends chat for like Mini Matt and Mr. Mortified and stuff like that, they're using all the Japanese names. Tina Hacks uses all the Japanese names, and I was like, I have to remember what that is. It takes me a while to recall what the hell that is. And so there's definitely a mix between the two. Yeah, what's up?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I have 2 dragon pieces on my deck. And at first I was like, oh, this is great. I need these dragon pieces. I want to make a nice little triplet. It's gonna go on it. But then I realized there's no way for me to get an extra dragon piece because you already put yours down. So they're basically useless to me now, right?
No. There are
No?
4
Okay.
of every single tile.
Oh,
Some
there's
of the cards.
4. I forgot.
So you're banking on, but the thing is, remember, there's always 10 tiles in the dead wall. So you're banking on multiple things. That the 4th dragon even exists in the first place. That it'll be dropped by one of the players. Or you will draw it. So that's where the gambling comes in. I would say right now, in your situation, you need to gamble on that, though. Because that'll legalize your hand.
Yes. Okay. But I don't want to drop my north piece because if I did, then the AI would be able to capitalize off it, huh?
Ish. So you have to remember the other half of everything. So North is your seat win. No one else can capitalize on that. I should say no one else. It doesn't legalize anyone else's hand. You could do stuff with it, yes, but it doesn't instantly make their hand complete or legal. So there might be some opportunity in there to say, I can drop this now a little bit early on while it's a little bit safer, or saying, oh, I know no one else can really use this super directly unless they have a plan for them. So it's a safer discard generally to drop your own seat win if you need to.
Gotcha. I feel like I should keep it. I should just like wait it out a little bit. Like I said, I gotta gamble a little bit. I think I should just wait it out for the AI to drop it so I can yoink it myself.
But you can't.
And I can't yoink it myself. Okay.
Because you will not complete your 3 of a kind because you only have 1. Cracks already threw down 1, and the AI has 2. So in this case, you will never ever be able to utilize it.
Oh, feels bad. Okay. I gotta drop it then.
So it's just hurting your hand at this point, and the computer decided not to take it because they really can't directly use it, so they're probably going to use it as their pair instead. Because you can still use you can use any tiles as a pair. Doesn't matter which one. It's your valueless pair, basically. But, I guess I don't have a but on that. That's the end of the sentence. That's the end of the sentence. Yeah, exactly, Matty Shiva. I don't know the Japanese names. It's like innies, outies. It's like belly buttons. This game's about belly buttons. You can't tell me otherwise. Alright, so in this case, well, I could play for greed. I'm just gonna grab that and I'm gonna play for super greed. It's not greed anymore, I guess, because my hand's now like worth 1,000 points because I did that. There's reasons. I won't explain it quite yet. Speed. I'm going for speed. Was all outies from my brain? Oh, my brain. All outsides, though. Yeah, so like have an outside hand. All parts of the hand include a 1 or a 9 and or a terminal tile. All outies. Also, how's it going, J-Cavs? Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you're doing well.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. I think. So, should I be going for the dragon piece?
100%. You
Okay,
have
but
no
I
other
just
choices
have
in
to-
your life.
I have to just gamble on that. Okay.
Yeah. You
know,
have
I'll
to
take
gamble on
that, I'll
that,
take
and then
that,
you
I'll
have to
take
get you still have to get a pair afterward.
Oh, okay. Damn. Oh, no, I think it's possible. It's possible.
No, it's possible. It's entirely possible.
Wait, I know exactly how to win this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah,
oh, so
yeah,
you
yeah.
actually
We're good,
understand
we're
your
good.
hand?
I think so.
Mhm.
I think I know exactly what I'm going for. Not gonna say it yet. I don't know. The AI could be listening. I don't know how the AI could be listening. The AI could be listening.
There you go. That's the spirit. Don't trust anyone. What the hell is this hand going? All right. Cool. I'll just do this instead, I guess. Stop making the AI emotes. Stop making it have feelings.
Sorry. Can't.
my bad. No, go ham. I don't mind about. I'm one of the players who do not care all that much about emoting super hard. Yeah, of course we're safe. Try not to look at everyone. 4 is now not safe any longer.
Wait, I don't think I want this. Do I want this?
Oh no, yeah, I realized I messed my hand up, so I'm trying to recover now.
Oh no,
Wait,
that's
I
fair.
have an opportunity for a cheat. Do I? I don't think I take this. Do I? Because I have to bet anything on the dragon.
You absolutely do not take this.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say yeah.
If you
okay,
want to
okay,
complete
yeah,
your
yeah.
hand, I should say, that is.
Yeah, see, it's listening. It's listening to me. It's trying to beat me. I don't enjoy this. Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Wow, you're getting scarily close to actually winning.
Yeah. Hold up. Okay. Wait, I don't know what to, wait.
you can ask, it's fine.
Okay. If I have a pair. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm waiting for this AI. Okay, I'm waiting for the dragon to finish. Then I'm waiting for the AI to drop the 7 so I can yoink that, and that'll be my pair. But if I have the pair of 8s already in my deck, am I able to use that to finish my play?
Yes, so what you should be able to do right now is mouse over your 7. Does it pop up an extra screen?
Yes.
And it says,
Oh,
yeah, so that would be your tile
Okay.
that you're waiting for.
so I should keep the 7.
No, it's saying if you get rid of that tile that you're moused over right now, you are now waiting on, in this case, you're waiting on your Tempai, which will be
Oh my
an
gosh.
additional red.
Yes. Okay.
It should
Oh
also
my
say the 8 has a no Yaku, but. Alright. So yeah, you're getting some amazing tools right now to make this hand actually
Yeah.
happen.
The plays are working out. The plays are working out.
Somehow, some way.
I am begging there's a dragon piece. If there's not, I might cry.
I might. And I'm conning.
Oh, there you go. Multi-ball. Multi-ball.
Do it.
CPU?
Punish me.
CPU? Hello? Computer? Computer? Okay. Well, this brings up a new lesson, I guess. Don't know what happened, actually. Oh, it did pitch at 4S early. Oh, okay, you're right. Okay. Wait. 5, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3. No? They're not in Furuten. Oh, Ramsey called it. Oh, you're right. Okay, I was not looking there. You're right, guys. Okay, here you go. All right, so, okay, I'm sorry. I was really confused. I was missing that piece of information. So, Cracks, you ironically did something that should have got you killed.
I had a feeling when that response happened.
Yeah. So if you look at the computer's hand right now, the last thing they need to complete is the bamboos, where the red 5 is right now, where they have a 6 and 5. So they were looking for a 7 or a 4 to complete their hand. For whatever odd reason, and I think it was whenever they did it earlier, the AI dropped a 4 bamboo that Shin Ramsey called. And so because that was it's still considered their quote-unquote discard pile, they're in what is called Furuten. which is kind of what I mentioned earlier. If it's in your discard pile, you cannot win off that tile if someone else drops it. So that is actually that situation coming to life right now. So
the AI.
Yeah, you defeated the AI in the smartest way possible. Like,
Of course.
you got baited. Oh god, that scared me.
Oh,
But
blood.
if they draw their own tile, you can still win. So you have to also, that's one of the ways you can still win if you're in Furry 10. If you have it in your discard pile, it's still not over. You can draw it yourself and still win the match.
Nice.
AI, shouts to AI giving everyone a finally chance. Yeah, thank you, AI.
AI is the true homie.
Yep, exactly. AI's in the ultimate hell weight. Holy shit. Alright, so that does complete my hand, Shin Ramsey.
Yeah, there's something else I could have done.
See, that's where opening the hand gets a little bit difficult, because it's like,
No.
you have to make the hard option between, do I want to break up my hand and not be able to win more quickly, or do I just play super risky and drop it anyway?
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's not worth a lot of points, though.
Hurts. The tornado hurts.
It's like 1,000. You're fine. Or 1,300,
Where's that going?
because you're dealer, I think.
Yeah,
No, you're not
yeah,
dealer.
that's-
No, I was doing.
Yeah. All right. Well, either way,
My
1,000.
delicious 5,000 points.
You were running low on blood there.
Yeah, I definitely am. Okay, I understand now.
Back to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's the spirit cracks. I guess I'm dealer. All right, I'll throw this out. But at least it looks like for both of your ends, you're starting to look at a little bit more of the Yakus that make your hand legal and kind of like getting a feel for like generally what you can and can't do. I think the best way to kind of overall put what you'll see on the Yaku list is it will generally be some sort of pattern between having the 3 runs and the 3 of a kind in some way, shape, or form of either like the same suit or doing the same numbers in different suits. It'll be that'll be the general gist of what completes hands in this game. And I should probably explain before I leave you all like on your own at some point in the future. So at the bottom right of that Yaku list I sent you, you'll see Yaku Men. All of those are basically extraordinary hands that will basically end the game in one shot because they're so rare and so valuable that they basically almost never happen. If they do, you deserve to win the game, basically. So acknowledge that if you're going for one of those, you're probably not going to get it.
Gotcha.
But just be aware that those exist, and if a game ends instantly, that's probably what happened. Alright. I have it's not bad, actually. Got the bamboo fort. Oh, you got the all green? God damn it. I want to get all green one time, Cactus. And then Diva Grimly, the master of getting wild Yakuman. What if a royal flush but a gun? Yeah, what if it royal flush but it instantly you got to pick up the gun and shoot your opponent in the face? What day?
Wait a minute.
Waiting.
Separate game, side Russian roulette.
Yeah, basically. That's what Yakuman is. What if every 100 games of Mahjong, someone walked in with a gun and shot you? Congratulations. That's the roulette side game, the Russian roulette side game.
Oh man, I'm very contemplating right now. I'm thinking. I could take that, but I said I wanted to play safe. But
I think if
do
you
I-
play less safe and more, you got to figure out how to build your hand and not rush it down.
Okay.
Because once again, even if you do complete your hands, for the most part, open hands are worth a lot less than a closed hand. And everyone kind of sees what you're doing too, because open
Oh,
hands.
I shouldn't
take
it, is what you're saying.
unless you have a game plan.
I always have a game plan, Jamal. I
No, you
always
don't.
do.
You absolutely
I
do not.
always do.
Oh, there's no
100%
plan.
you do
I
not.
Yeah, even when I don't realize it, I always do.
I'm not sure that's how
I'm
it works,
going to skip
MacGyver.
I'm going to skip here because I think that's the best point. All right, then I bait. Of course.
Baiting is not a thing in this game. You gotta remember that part too.
Okay. I can't bait
kinda
someone
hit
into
the
going.
I should say, baiting in the way you're thinking of baiting right now is not a thing in this game.
I can't bait someone into going to opening their deck to like maybe like screw them over.
No, because they're going in with a game plan. And they say,
What
I
if
don't need this tile.
But what if I change the game plan? Wait. So you can't like change your? Can you change your game plan like on the spot?
I mean,
Like, can you react to what kind of things you get?
yeah, that's the entire point of the gambling aspect. You draw your hand and you
Gotcha,
see
gotcha.
how does your hand shape out? What are you drawing and what does it push your hand towards? What kind of legality does it push your hand towards? So I have no reason to call that 7 because I don't know what my hand's doing quite yet. It doesn't really do anything for me right now to call that. So no, you can't bait other people by discarding specific tiles you think they're gonna call, because one, you just make it so that it's easier for you to discard it in the future, and if I happen to need it in the future, great, thank you. I can depend on you to discard that now.
Gotcha. Okay. But it's still kind of a bait.
Except not.
It's like a friendly bait. It's like, yeah, here you go. Go ahead. Why not? I'm not gonna need this.
Well, you did though. That's
Yeah.
the other half of the problem. You could have totally had 7, 8, 9 in your hand, and that would have completed that run.
It's charity work. Oh wait, oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my god.
that's why it's like you don't want to bait people by dropping tiles until you're at like the ultimate highest level of the game.
I threw. Oh my god. Okay. Damn it. Oh my god.
So that's why it's like your first step is focusing on your hand efficiency first. How to make your hand complete and what kind of tiles can you take in or leave out to get you there faster. And then you start figuring out a little bit of like these side setups you can do throughout all that. Like what patterns in your hand give you more value or make your hand a little bit more efficient. And that's where you start getting to like a lot of the theory about how to craft your hands and whatnot.
Gotcha.
So what hand are you going for there? I would love to hear it.
No clue.
All right.
No, I do clue. Just give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let me just look at this document. I'm going for another outside hand. I'm feeling confident about the outside hand. I liked it.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have to get rid of your 5 and 6 minimum, and then your other 5, and then your 4.
Wait, I don't think I'm going for an outside hand.
You're kind of stuck going for mostly an outside hand.
Of course, that's it's. You know what? It almost worked for me last game. I'm feeling confident. I think.
Yep, that's correct, Crack Cactus, by the way. Yeah. It's one of those things I didn't learn like until like a month in. I was like, why can I call cheese sometimes and I can't call cheese sometimes? Oh, it's always off the left player. Oh. So the thing is, Ramsey, you actually had a solid starting hand because you had 5, 6, 7 in your hand already, which is really good, and
Yes.
2 1s, which then you had a pair,
Yes.
which is also really good. Oh god, I'm already in Reachy. Jesus.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm.
True.
Alright, I'm just gonna say it out loud. Do not drop a 6 of pins so you all can continue playing. I'll just say it out loud.
I was waiting for the AI to do it.
Yeah, will probably end up doing it. She doesn't need that 6 of pins. If she draws a 3, that 6 is gone. That 6 is gone and it's gonna play right into me. Anyways. You're technically right, Raditya, but all triplets is a hand that Shin Ramsey can go for. Currently showing zero pairs.
Of course. It's all according to plan. I've said that so many times, and it's never been according to plan.
This is a game you need a lot of plan for. God damn it, game! I'm trying to teach
It
the
really
game.
just gave it to you.
It's just the game is forcing me to win, apparently.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow.
Yeah, good God Almighty.
Don't you bark. You remember what happened last time.
All right. Watch this.
I got an achievement.
Yeah, this is Cactus's fault. God damn it.
Ouchie, wouchie.
All right, well, at least Shin Ramsey didn't die, so I guess that's a good first game.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this
God
again,
bless.
but with hopefully less me winning, like, instantaneously. There's only so much that skill level can really help with this game ultimately, but all at the same time. So I will go ahead and actually, can I change that in the room? Or do I have to restart the room to close hands? Do you all want to do one more open hand game, or do you want to do a closed hand game to give like a real feel of like what to expect from a real game?
You won't be able to see a closed hand at all, right?
Correct.
Like you won't be able to see what we have.
Unless you open up your hand, whatever you put to the side is the only thing that'll be showing. Otherwise, you know, your hand is like a hand in poker, basically.
No bar. No bar.
Gotcha. I say let's do an open hand.
Okay, so still keep the hand open.
No bar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just because like I have like basically I have ideas and I want to make sure they're right. You know, I don't want to just like throw myself into the water.
Yeah, that's fair. So Zip Butler, I would normally, if they wanted to do a closed game, I would say come on board. But since we're still kind of doing a slow teaching hand and whatnot, I'm gonna keep the AI a little bit aware at this time. If we do a closed hand though before the end of the night, you're free to jump in. I'll have you jump in because once again, Mahjong, you can get very skilled at it for sure, but luck is still a factor. Also, speaking of being very lucky and having that be a factor, Dongus, thank you much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Happy to have you here. Thank you for joining in as I try something new. Try to teach some Mahjong to some friends of mine.
No bar.
God damn it, Jake Kaufman.
Quiet.
I'm...
No bar.
This song's good. I love it.
No bar. No. Quiet. No bar. No bar. No bar.
Sorry, you all can't hear the song I'm listening to.
I mean, I was just thinking you're saying the Mahjong song slaps.
I mean, Oh, you have your music on, don't you? I forgot there's
I
music
have
in
my
this
music
game. I have turned that off so long ago that I forgot it actually exists. Yeah, number one tip for Mahjong Soul: just turn off the sound. You will be listening to that all fucking day, and you will lose your goddamn mind. You need music that'll keep you at your soul calm, because it's the only thing that's going to save you from making rash and terrible decisions. I too am learning this game. I know what I need to win, but I don't know what hands I should be chasing. Yeah, that's kind of like the big part of Mahjong, honestly. You're going to end up in a lot of situations where you just have to sit there and watch what your hand gives you, basically, and try to chase it from there, and then see if you may be able to value up your hand from there. Or set up a situation that baits other players into discarding something they think is safe. So, it's very, very interesting. But if you don't have this is what we're kind of using as our Yaku list right now. Donagus, so, or Donagus, if I'm saying that correctly. So definitely check that out if you need something, a list like that. It might help out really nicely. But yeah, Mahjong definitely does irreparable damage to the human spirit for no benefit. And that is why Mahjong is a game often played by the elderly. They have nothing left to lose. those are. All right, Shane Ramsey, talk to me about your brain. What are you thinking?
Head empty.
Brain return to
Brain empty. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm feeling right now. We were talking about Banana PC earlier, so I'm just thinking about what's the monkiest move I can make right now.
No.
You've been doing a great job with that without our help.
I think I put this W down. This West piece. Oh yeah, I definitely put. Wait, do I put this down? No, I could. Oh, okay, I could build something around that, but
why?
It is kind of a riskier play, I think.
The
right?
thing is, what would a W get you? How many W's do you have to get before it becomes valuable to you?
3. Yes? No?
And how many are there in the deck?
4. You already put one down. I have 1. Okay, this W is useless. That's what you're saying. Okay. So unfortunately, I won't get the W here.
Sorry, what was that, correct?
2 are showing, 1's removed from the deck.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and also the one in the corner is also
Oh.
removed from the deck. So
Oh,
therefore,
yeah.
it would the only way it's valuable is if it becomes your pair. And that's a
Oh.
terrible fucking way. I will tell you that right now.
Wait, that sounds kind of fun though. That sounds kind of fun
no.
having it as a pair. That sounds
mean-
kinda, it's a little risky, huh?
It's
a little risky.
it's not just a little risky. It's damn near impossible. If
Boy.
someone else gets a W and they discard it right away because they don't need it for anything, well, now you have to discard your W and you've wasted turns.
Yeah, and I just told my plan to the AI. God damn it! All right.
So yeah, just focus on keeping it fairly simple as you can. Because
Gotcha.
otherwise,
gotcha,
you have
that's
a
hard.
very good, strong starting hand, actually.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm getting a little confident. I
But-
just like I just want to make sure I don't like fuck myself over again.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm also trying to prevent you from doing.
But it's kind of fun doing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, once you figure out how you can be dumb, then you can do it then. But you have to still have a game plan of where you can be dumb and how you're going to be dumb. But a very general game plan aspect also is if you're not really sure where your hand's going all that much and you can't figure out what to do with your hand quite yet, usually you want to drop your terminals, your letter tiles first.
Gotcha.
Unless you have a two of a kind in any of them that makes your hand legal, you usually want to drop them first because it's just terminals. You're honors. Thank you. Sorry, I get my names mixed up. Sorry, they're called honors. The letter tiles are called honors. The terminals are the 1s and 9s of every suit. These are actually important, but not horribly right now. And then to move on to kind of the second level of tactic you're kind of looking for when you're forming your hand is you want to find obviously situations where you need one tile to complete a set, honestly. So like if you have like a 2 and a 4, or you have a 2 and you want to pick up a 4, you probably want to try to keep that in your hand because all you need is a 3 to complete that hand. But better yet,
yeah.
if you have a 4 and you pick up a 5, you want to keep both of those because either a 3 or a 6 completes those runs, for example.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking of the 4, 5, 6. I wasn't really thinking about the 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
But I see that now.
There
yeah,
also
gotcha.
gets a lot more complicated situation where it's like, okay, you have a 4, 4, 5, 6, and something like that. And it's like, cool, you want to keep all those because it's like, if you get a 4, then you have a triplet and a 2-sided weight for the 5, 6 that you can complete with a 7 or another 4 if you're really lucky. Or if you complete that with a 7, then you have a 5, 6, 7 and a pair of 4s and your hand's more complete. So you start playing around with that ideology a lot more too. So you'll start getting into that. That's a lot more heavier theory crafting, but some things you want to look for is like, okay, if you have 2 tiles next to each other, you want to try to keep those for a 2-sided weight. And try to give yourself an opportunity because that means there's also very potentially up to 8 tiles that can improve or complete that run. So you want to try to start keeping those in the fray.
All right, so how was that play? I was contemplating a lot, but I think that was the best thing I could have put down.
No, that was pretty awful actually.
What? Oh my god.
Because now we'll go back to it. So you had 4, 4, and 5, 5 in your hand.
Yeah.
So between the 4 and the 5, those are still a 2-sided weight that you have. You have two 2-sided weights that are the exact same one. So you have 2 4 5s. So a 3 or a 7 completes one of those 4 5s. And you still have another 4 5 after that, which then you have another 3 or, another 3 or 6, sorry. 3 or 6 that completes those.
Gotcha.
So
but, okay.
that gives you a potential for those 8 tiles to complete your hand. Additionally, though, if you pick up another 4 or another 5, that also completes those hands, too. So
Gotcha,
you had a
gotcha.
potential of up to 10 tiles that improved your hand. That's where hand
Okay.
efficiency comes in. Versus the
Okay,
one,
but-
which is like,
But I didn't want to drop this one, right? I didn't want to drop this one because it would benefit cracks, right?
not really.
Oh my god. Okay.
Because, once again, it goes into the reasons why you couldn't complete your hands, right? Because it would force Cracks to do an outside hand, for example. And you can see from the rest of his hand, he's not that close to an all outside hand. So it makes it very difficult for him to complete that hand from the get-go. It helps him out a minimal amount if he decides to go for the red dragons and uses that to legalize his hand. Ultimately,
Gotcha.
getting rid of your 1s and 9s and your honor tiles are generally the way to go if you don't know what to discard, because they're generally safer because they have very specific hands that require to complete them.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you generally are safer to discard those. Okay, what am I doing actually? What is this hand? This hand is ridiculous. Alright, normally I wouldn't do this, but just to buy more time, I'm gonna discard my South. Normally you want to keep those because I'm South C. It legalizes my hand. I had 2 of them. Super easy to complete, but this case, I'm just doing it to buy more time. Yo, what's up, DEFCON 1? How's it going? Happy, I guess it's officially Wednesday for you, yeah? Yeah, this hand is kind of fucked up, is the thing. This hand is really fucked up. I'm trying to slow down my hand. I'm really just trying not to win out again. But, of course, this is the hand I get when I'm trying to teach Mahjong, and I actually need to go slow for a change. But all my luck so far, like the past month, has been atrocious. I mean, that's definitely fair. For value, I would have definitely tossed the South. For a different level of greed, I would have kept it. / speed. Oh wait, I'm not dealer. Never mind. Never mind. I thought I was dealer for some reason. No, I'm not dealer. What is going on here? 2, 3 here. 8 pairs. 8 pairs. 5, 7, 8. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna keep it simples. Let them learn defeat early. I want to teach them lessons first. All right, so you're on the way there, Shinran. God, game, stop making me win. I'm trying to teach. All right, so you're on the way there, Shin Ramsey. So in that case, that's one of those situations where you want to keep that 5-5-4 because versus, but you would have discarded something else in place of it. So like that red tile, that red dragon.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of that.
Yeah, that would have been the one to get rid of in that case. But
yeah. Oh, what? Oh, I thought would have. Okay.
The thing is that normally you wouldn't see what Krax's hand is, and you would be focused on making your hand better.
Oh, I'm focusing too much on like. What
yeah, don't look at other people's hands as much as you can. In this situation, I would say look at my hand and acknowledge what will make me win and avoid it. This would be the situation I say look at my hand, but otherwise, that's why you kind of toss out those honors tiles a little bit early, because you don't want people to potentially end up either grabbing it later in the game and it completes their hand entirely, or if they do have it at the beginning of their game, they have to open up right away and you have a very good idea of what their hand is.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I'm thinking too hard.
Oh yeah, and that's fair. Fine. Wrong. That's not even a valuable hand. I devalued my hand because of that, but that's not important.
Ouchie.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take it for now so we can go to the damn next round. I'm not to get these situations. Alright. Let's see, what else is there to kind of toss in, to sprinkle in? Because like I said, I don't expect you all to retain all this information, but, you know, kind of toss in a little bit of information here and there. Alright, so dealership, because you'll see things about that. So you see that on the board, where all the seats are, the seat wins are, there's one red one on the east. East is always dealer, so just look for the red one, look for the E, that's east, and that's whoever dealt this round in. When you're dealer, alright, I'm trying to think of all the rules behind dealership. All right, as dealer, if you win the hand, the dealership does not change and the round stays on your round. So, for example, if I win this hand and you see that in the middle we're on the East 2 round, it will stay East 2. And it will stay there as long as I keep winning.
I see.
As a very basic rule. There's other sub-rules behind that. So, very basically, if you keep winning, you keep being dealership, the game does not move forward until you lose a hand. Part 2, though, on the other hand, though, is that if someone else wins a hand off a sumo, you pay more than the other players to what is owed to that player. So that's the other half. Like, there is a slight negative of playing as a dealer. So you have to just make the best of basically what your dealership is, more or less. I think is the best way to put that. All right, we're going to put that away over there. And we're also going to give shouts to Cisco, the meal with the fucking raid. Hell yeah. Greatly appreciated, brother. Hopefully the night's treating you well. Happy Tuesday to you and yours. For those of you who may not know me, name's Ryudo. I am a variety streamer hailing out of Colorado. I am teaching a few friends how to play Mahjong tonight. So it's a very low-key night, kind of a bonus stream, more or less. I usually stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. But some folks were interested in learning how to play Mahjong, and I figured, hey, the best way to do this is record it and have a good time with it. And give Shin Ramsey shit for making bad decisions. So
They don't call me shit Ramsey for nothing. I'll tell you that.
And Shin Ramsey's got a knife.
Of course.
But happy to have you here.
Okay.
Jesus fuck, computer. Just game, let me live. Let me teach my friends. Yeah, I mean, I think you all have like kind of the general rule set of Yaku's and what to expect and whatnot through everything. The list has been provided. You're just gonna kind of have to study the list and kind of just get more used to seeing and understanding what you can form with your hand and what not to. But like I said, if you have any questions as you're kind of forming hands or like what's the best decision or why would I make a decision or not make a decision, you know, definitely feel free to ask too. But otherwise, you know, thank you all for chilling tonight, having a good time. Once again, I expect it to be like a very low-key, kind of quiet stream, but you all coming out in force for the Mahjong love, and I love to see it. So thank you all for doing that. Greatly appreciated. What do I want to do here? My hand's so freaking weird right now. All right, let's just do this. So, I don't mean to entirely harp on you, Shin Ramsey, but I'm gonna keep quizzing you. What is your game plan?
Okay. No clue. Give me 1 second. Let's see.
All right. While you're doing this, Krax, what's your game plan?
Well, you think? Well, A, not give the computer the win. I already won.
All right, I like that. That's a very good game plan, actually. If someone goes into Ricci, sometimes the answer is, how can I not give them the win? How can I avoid me losing points? And the other half of it is like, okay, can I do it while I'm still bettering my hand or giving myself an opportunity to win at the same time? So it's a very, very interesting game at that point. You can actually see their hand in this case, so you can legitimately do that. But I am very curious to see how this goes, actually.
I've decided I'm going for all pawn.
All fun.
Oh, all right. That'll be rough, but it would legalize your hand.
Of course. Unless the game just gives me unless the game gives me another prompt, I'm like, oh, this looks pretty. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight the addition of like clicking the button. So
Yeah, I love clicking buttons. So if the game gives me something, like, oh, bet, yeah, most definitely.
Lesson 3: take their blood, keep your blood in the most efficient way possible.
Of course.
That was a good lesson 3. Well, whatever. Yo. Oh, you did? You played Garo Doves? Hell yeah. Yeah, I am surprised how well that actually works with dubs despite being in the UK. Like, the middle of the US. Not even like coast of the US to UK. It's middle of fucking US all the way to UK actually has a very decent connection. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I'm really impressed with it. But as a kind of, that'd be weird. But yeah, as kind of a general tactic kind of toss on a little bit more sauce of what you're looking for. So normally, obviously, you can't see the computer's hands, so you don't know what they're actually looking for. You can't suss that out. But some of the things you can suss out is, once again, you look at what the discard pile is, and you say, okay, if they discard this tile, that means it's 100% safe for me to discard this tile against them, because they can't call that tile as their win, because, you know, it's in their discard pile. So that will always be safe. That's kind of like the #1 rule. So that's kind of the main original thing you want to look for when you're deciding to discard tiles or not. But if you can also see patterns in your tiles too, then that's also a good way of doing it. So like for the biggest, easiest example is if you see him discarding a lot of like bamboos and the character tiles, and they didn't discard any like their circle or pin tiles, well, they might be going for a flush. So try not to discard your pin tiles and try to deny them the opportunity of winning that one by not dropping any pin tiles. So some things you kind of want to look for, but that's way fucking advanced. I would say, once again, focus mostly on how you can better your hand as best you can. And as fast as you can. Must they can't deal with Freeman's counter. I still won, but... Alright. I'm not going to do it this time. But this would be one situation that I would look at the computer. I'd look at their discard. I'm like, oh yeah, I would totally discard a 1. 1 would get me killed in this situation. So for the sake of making sure the game goes longer, I'm going to do this. Oh, was Dubs actually streaming it? Or were you streaming it, Mustaine? I didn't even know you actually streamed, honestly. If so. Ah, they got Sumo. Oh, and I pay a little bit more. So yeah, look at the money counts once it gets that screen.
God's name?
What's that?
Oh, I see what happened now. Oh man, I had such a good idea coming on. I had such a good strat. I had the at least I had a plan. I had a plan this time. It wasn't just like me pressing a button. There was a button. There was a prompt on my stream, on my screen once, and I didn't press it.
I'm proud of you.
I had self-control.
Oh,
though I kind of regret it now.
Well, that's the other half of Mahjong. Once you kind of get to a point where you really start understanding the rules, getting good at it, you don't deal into other people's hands, it kind of becomes the game of luck, honestly, because then it gets to the point where it's like, oh, well, no one's going to deal into my hand, so I'm just hoping that I eventually get to draw the one tile that I need. Hopefully it comes my way. So that's the other half. That's where Mahjong becomes a truly gambling game. It's like, I hope I get my tile and that someone else is not holding on to it and denying me the win. That's just Mahjong.
Oh boy, I sure hope no one comes and kills me today.
Yeah, exactly. I hope no one pulls a gun on me and shoots me today. A lot of terminology we use in our friend group is very violent. You're playing for blood. You're shooting other people. You get stabbed. It's kind of the general feeling of the game. Yeah, that's super nice cactus. That's definitely super nice cactus. That, you know, there's little bits of qualities of life. I mean, this game is basically Mahjong, but with a bunch of qualities of life that only a computer can do, which is super nice. Oh, yes, and as Cracks did also put up earlier, you get sent to the Shadow Realm, too.
I mean, we got life point totals right here.
Yeah, it's so on the table. It's literally on the table. Green. Yeah, exactly, Grimbley. Like, oh, I gotta go do something else real quick. Hit the auto run button and I will be right back. Yeah, there's so many nice qualities of life to this game that makes it a lot more accessible as a game than it possibly should be for, I guess, the amount of time that it would take if you just learned on an actual table. If you learned analog versus digital, it would take a lot longer to learn analog because, I mean, there's a bunch of extra rules that the digital game will just not allow you to make, will not allow you to fuck up. Like, if you call incorrectly, like if you call Ricci incorrectly and you call in the wrong time and you turns out you don't have a legal hand, well, you have to pay everyone else 3,000 points now. Congratulations. Oh, did you knock your hand over? Well, you have to pay everyone 3,000 points now. Congratulations, klutz. And it will always only allow you to do the thing that's allowed. Exactly, Mustang. It will always only allow you to do the things that are allowed. This is a very weird hand. I actually don't know what to do with it. Yeah, exactly, Zip Butler. Did you accidentally flip over one of your tiles and show something you weren't supposed to show? Pay up, asshole. It's a world. It sure is a world. Yeah, don't chombo. No chombos, no dead hands. It's super nice cactus. I'm totally afraid for the time that we get back to like less social distancing and I end up having to play this game live and I'm just gonna the first thing I'm gonna do is like slap over my tiles. I'm like, all right, well, I'm 3,000 points down. Man, this is a really weird. Yeah, Pierce is gonna yell at me. And normally Pierce yelling at me is not that big of a deal, but when I'm gonna be like horribly stressed trying to remember everything about Mahjong in one go, I'm gonna be like sobbing on the inside. He's absolutely 100% going to yell at me. God damn it. It's gonna be great. Wait, set up a big question mark. I like it.
The brain has to think.
I like it. I like the thinking. This is good. This is very good. Actually, I just looked at your hand. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
I understand why you're thinking now. That's actually a fairly confusing situation when you're starting out.
It was like, wait, what do I want to do?
Yeah, what am I supposed to do? If it makes you feel better, you're still in a great position, honestly. Ugh. This game does have a nice little clacking tile just drop on the ground. Like that's the only reason why I have not turned my sound entirely off, because I love the clacking of just every single time. I've never gotten sick of that. Not once. Oh, Theater Grimly, that's awful. That's terrible. I'm pretty sure I play worse when I'm playing on my phone, not just because, you know, I fumble a lot and I'm looking on a tiny screen with my fat fingers or anything like that. It's that I can't hit the tiles. I can't hear him. So it's like, I can't focus. God damn it. Got all 3 9s. That feels awful. You got a physical set in Secret Santa? What the hell? Someone likes you. Someone might want to marry you. Are you sure that they didn't propose to you, Pyro Rat? Holy shit. Those things don't come cheap. Alright, that's good. What would I drop? What would I drop? There we go. Off of Amazon, I guess maybe you can get a $20 set like off of Amazon for a Secret Santa or something like that. That's really nice of them though. At the same time, like, I don't know what's going through their brain. Like, I'm going to get a Mahjong set for my friends.
Reach!
You should go smooch that friend. Yeah, dumb bird guy is really good character. Just yells out exactly. Oh, because you're the board game guy. Okay, no, that makes sense. I mean, barely makes sense, but it makes sense. Still a really weird board game to give someone as a gift. Alright, here's Mahjong. I heard you like complicated board games. Here's the second most complicated of them all. That said, I understand being the board game person, so... Oh, computer, you need to slow down. You need to go home. Comb your beard. Is that even completable? What do you check? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Normally I wouldn't know, but yeah, technically I cannot complete my hand, I don't think. Oh, there's a 1 in like whatever, like 1 in 69 chance. Oh, that's great. Yeah, if you want to play it physically, Power Rat, you have a lot more to learn than the rest of us, honestly. You have to figure out how point totals work. You gotta figure out all the combo rules. You gotta actually shuffle. Food scoring, yeah, I still don't even know food scoring. Oh, thanks, game. Remember when I said I had a 1 in like 69 chance of this? Oh, thanks, game.
Oh no.
Here you go.
Let's go.
Alright, well, I made the AI believe a little bit more, which is fine. Yeah, an auto table can help with the shuffling at the cost of like $1,000. You never have to shuffle again.
Wow.
Yeah, real great deal, right? Or you could just go online and play this waifu version of the game super easily.
I mean,
okay, game.
oh, I see.
Yeah, it's just throwing itself at me. It's like, could you do this while I'm in ranked games? Thanks. Also, what's up, Jen? How's it going? Normally I wouldn't do this, but fuck it.
Oh, baby.
Multiple. Fuck! I could have used that 7, actually. You see, Grimly? They are in love with me tonight, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. Because it's just driving home the fact that I'm not gonna get this sort of luck in ranks where it actually matters, and I would want this thing. Everyone's excited about multi-ball doing the con. I'm like, oh god, I feel so dirty doing that. I don't want to float right now. I want to flub right now. I want my friends to get completed hands. All right. Well, I guess at this point it's just. But now that we're kind of closing at the end of this round here, any other questions that you might have, or thinking process you got going on, or anything like that?
Not really. I'm really analyzing everything now.
Yeah, that's the hard part. I think we're very similar minded in that regard, where it's just like, you're told everything, you're basically retaining everything, but that's also the problem, because then you're just looking at everything like, okay, where in my information did I have this piece of information at, and what was I supposed to do here, and what hands can I do here, and it's a lot. It's really a lot.
My thought process is basically I just need to keep running into this wall until I realize that running into the wall isn't a good idea.
Sometimes that works though. I mean, that works for me in fighting games. I need to run into the wall for a bunch of times until thing clicks. So there you go.
Oh my god, it's over. It's actually over. I think.
You're almost there. You're almost there. You need one more tile
Oh
for
yeah.
completion.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Let me look at the second. Let me look. Okay, slightly almost there. I'm close.
You should be able to mouse over and figure out which one you can discard to
Yes.
get your answer.
Hopefully, I think. Man, if this is the wrong, if this is the wrong,
You could just ask
thing-
me. You could just literally ask me.
Could just ask you. Okay. I'm guessing 4.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're-
Okay.
And you're waiting for a 9 or a 6.
Yeah. I'm looking for a 6. I'm definitely looking. I'm just looking for either or.
Yeah, either.
I am looking for a 6. It's because I see someone has a 6 in their deck.
Well, I mean, you also can potentially draw a 9. So, all at the same
I could
time.
draw a 9.
Yeah.
draw a 9.
And I mean, Cracks, if for some reason decides I'm going to draw a 9 now, for some odd reason, we'll also give that to you.
Feeling no more 9s in my hand.
Yeah. Alright, the audience is happy for you, Shin Ramsey. You can't let them down.
Let's go. I
That
hope so. I
said,
hope so.
Cracks is actually in a pretty good position himself, too. I see difficulty, actually.
It's the wrong 6.
Yeah, that always hurts. But
Wait, how is it the wrong 6?
you can't complete. You can't complete your hand off of it. That's all. You can change your
Wait.
weight if you wanted to, but you can't complete your hand off of it.
Wait, I'm so confused.
What's up?
So why can't I use the 6?
So if you have that 6 there, you have 3 6s, but you don't have a pair afterward.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so I really am just looking for a 9 then.
I mean, a 6 or a 9 because your 6s are already a pair. So if you have a 6 or a 9 in the characters, then that
Gotcha.
will complete your hand because that completes that
Well,
run.
Yeah, when I thought you meant 6, I thought you meant like one of these 6s. Okay.
Oh,
okay,
no.
okay.
No, sorry.
Gotcha.
I kind of
yeah, for
say
a second.
Yo, thanks the boys with the raid. Hell yeah, love to see it. Speak of the Mahjong crew coming through. Hell yeah, love to see you all. Hopefully you're doing well. Happy Tuesday to you all. I am teaching some friends Mahjong. Thankfully, you all know how to play. So, but if any of you have any questions as I'm kind of going through this, let me know. But otherwise, all right, Shin Ramsey, should I make your day?
You shouldn't. No. I know exactly. I see you have a 6.
Yeah.
If you place it down, I can just yoink it and I win. But you know, I'm feeling. You know, do what you want. But if I roll a 6 or 9, let's say I'm gonna pop off. But I kind of wanna earn it. You know.
Well, all right. If it makes you feel better. Computer just called. It's like, that's mine. The computer. Let me take that. Here you go. Don't let Shin Ramsey win. I swear to God. Don't let him do it.
God damn it.
The
Okay.
computer is against you, apparently.
I told you they can hear. They can hear.
No, do not let Shin Ramsey win.
Oh, that was so close too. I should have just taken it.
But for those of you who just came through, name's Ryudo, variety streamer, teaching some friends how to play Mahjong, because it's been the new hotness for the last few months. But otherwise, I normally stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. This is kind of a bonus stream, and I figured this is the best way to have a recorded footage of how to teach Mahjong, just a little bit at least. Oh gosh. I didn't expect computer to just like completely like rage out and like not let you win, but
I was hoping. That was like the biggest. Was like, nah, never mind.
yeah. You should have just accepted the easy win.
Yeah, I really should have.
Well, that said, do you want to do one more round with a closed hand, or do you have the? I know we're getting a little bit late, so I don't know if you have to go or anything like that.
I can do one more. I can do one more with the closed hand. Why not? Why not? Why
I'll
not?
do closed hand.
Okay,
See
cool.
what-
I got some time.
I have to restart the hand. I have to restart the room, not the hand.
Gotcha.
Real quick here. So I will make sure you all get in first. Let me just make sure.
So when will I be able to get to the gotcha part of this game? Because
You can do that from day
it's.
one.
Well, how do I get some of the? How do I get some of these blue donuts?
You click on that plus sign next to the donuts and you spin money.
Yeah, okay,
Wow.
but
All right. Let me give you.
is there any way to get blue donuts from spending money?
There's events that can also get you some stuff too.
Okay.
But that's about it. Jen, I'm gonna kick you out. I'm sorry. Zed Butler already claimed the first if the game is open spot. Yeah. So you can come in, Zed Butler, whenever you're ready. And then I put the number in the chat, by the way, there. Shin Ramsey. Brain stopped. Brain went full stop there for a bit. Yo, Zalnob, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate. Wait a second. Okay, no, never mind. I'm like, what's the name backwards? It's Ponlax. Actually, I'm gonna stick with Zamlop. Zalnob. Joseph, the cooler Joseph. All right, hands should be closed. We should have 300 seconds, so take your time to think things through. Still feel free to ask questions. I know it might reveal a little bit what your hand is, but it's better to make sure that you can even complete your hand in the first place. So,
You just want to know what my hand is, don't you, Jacoby?
I mean,
You
yeah.
just want to know what my hand is.
Yeah, you
I'm
got
not
me.
handing you anything.
No, except your blood. You're gonna hand me your blood.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh gosh, but there we go. All right. Okay, I know Cat just asked the question way long ago, but yeah, very specific conditions. Yeah, I think General Yeti pretty much covered it. I would say reason number 4 is if you're behind and you need whatever you possibly can to up the value of your hand. Reachy, then you might as well gamble in the gambling game. That's like the last time I would say to do it. If you're freaking behind and you're like, I need to up my value potentially. So we'll see what happens.
I'll gas you with a knife.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Spooky person.
I'm not here to have fun, okay?
I'm here to kill. Damn, everyone against Zip Butler right now. I hope you steal Zip Butler's blood. It's like, damn, all right. Grimly, if that happens, I will donate $5 to your channel. I will pay you out that 5 because I will be the entertainment will be worth the cost. That's greed. That's greed. Fuck it. Is it still Jake Kaufman? We still listen to Jake Kaufman? Yeah, okay. Just not familiar with this song. And for those of you who might be curious in the chat, we're listening to Jake Kaufman. He is a video game music artist, generally known for his video game music. In games like Shantae series, Contra 4, Double Dragon Neon, amidst many others. But also, he makes his own music too. Oh my god, what a surprise. Jake Kaufman. Yes.
I got 2 big buttons in front of me. I'm getting excited. There's 2 buttons now instead of 1. There's a pawn and there's a con.
So
what is the difference?
So pawn is taking one of the tiles that were dropped to create a 3 of a kind, and that opens up your hand. Remember that. Con, same thing, but it uses all 4 tiles. So it depends on how you want to do that.
Say no more.
Oh,
I go for
God.
the con.
Yep, there it goes.
I go for the con. I already know. I already fucked myself up, but I believe. I think.
The brother does not believe. Yes, that is correct, Cactus. Con also adds another door indicator, which is the top left corner of the dead wall, quote unquote. North, okay. So yeah, and then if you reach it, you get to flip all the ones underneath the ones that are revealed, Cactus. But for basics, nah. Yes, because ultimately, at the same time, you have to consider that you're not the only one who gets a potentially benefit if they flip those over. You might just end up getting yourself killed because you flipped all those over, and now someone has like a 3 of a kind that is now, their hand has gone from like 1,000 points to like 8,000 points. Oh, there is one thing I want to say in the terms of Mahjong Soul. So, as you probably noticed, the game does obviously pause when... Ah, God damn it. The game does pause when someone can select something out of their menu. But Mahjong Soul will also toss in random pauses too here and there to make sure that it throws you off the trail of, could someone potentially be holding up or may have this thing that they can call on? Yes, no. So, there are also fake pauses too. So don't depend heavily on the game for to.
Gotcha.
Man.
I will say someone said something in my chat that definitely is like my mindset at the moment. I still understand this game, but I just think the symbols look cool. I definitely relate to that.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw that out. Avoid furry 10 potential. Kills Zay for me. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna still play this game very, very slowly and methodically to make sure that hopefully someone else can win a hand besides me.
Or the AI.
Or the AI. Fortunately, AI cannot win no more. I'll sub if you take Zach's blood in his hand. 1, not at all necessary to ever sub to me. I do appreciate every subscriber thus far, but never a requirement. 2, you're probably better off supporting with like a $2 donation, honestly. It's about the same value. I'll give Yeti a sub if he kills it. Okay, well, that's worthwhile to me, actually, in that case. I want to make sure Yeti gets supported, on the other hand. Yeah. Let's do it. Only if you can afford it, by the way, Jen. Do not feel obligated to keep to some weird deal by some random on the internet. You really don't want me to use that, huh, game? Fine. I like how we're side gambling on a gambling game for some odd reason. It feels so wholly unnecessary.
Sometimes you gotta gamble on your gambling.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only way to realize real cash money stakes on this game. By people who aren't even playing in the game right now. Alright. That's... I haven't even taken Zay's blood yet. Zeb Butler's still in the game. I know I legally have to do it. I gotta spend all my games in Mini-Matt's room trying to kill Zay. Actually, you know, as a side point, while we're playing this game here, I can talk about it now. It's not super officially stated out yet, but whatever, it doesn't matter. You all won't be surprised by this. So, Frosty Faustings is this weekend. Please, Cactus, use your money on buying yourself an auto Mahjong table. God damn it. So this weekend, Frosty Faustings, which has Guilty Gear Plus R there. Myself and Minimap will be doing commentary on the first pool of the day on Saturday. So definitely swing on by to catch our, I guess, refreshed or our re-grand opening of Mini-Matt and I's commentary. I'm super looking forward to it, so definitely swing through. I would love to see you all there, getting hyped for the combination that you all know and love. Because I definitely want to make, mini Ryudo a thing, because it gets us a lot easier into every tournament we go to if we're a pair. Because like, oh good, we don't have to couple you with someone else. You have the person that you're already synergized with. Cool. Problem solved. But no, Frosty Boston is going to be cool this weekend. I'm going to go like 1 and 2 in Guilty Gear. It's going to be great. We're going to all have a great time. But Jen, thank you much for the gift sub to General Yeti. Much appreciated. Feel free to use emotes now, I guess. It doesn't really matter, but...
You know what you want to give me, Jamon. You do it. Damn it. Oh, wait, I got it. Okay.
Wait, you got it.
You got it.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, how the fuck do I win?
You still haven't gotten that far, huh?
Now what? I didn't think I'd get this far.
I'm still curious to see what you pop out, because I can't tell what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can't see what I get anymore, huh?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the blind zone. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now this is where the game is scary. You don't know what he has, especially now. So you don't have the skill set yet. You don't have the skill set yet. But you can kind of look at the discard and make very flimsy guesses at what they're going for, what they're not going for. Once you get better of all the Yaku. Or all the hand legalizers. But for now, you just have to guess. Or play extremely safe by discarding tiles that they've already discarded. Because then they cannot call you up with those.
I'm definitely guessing.
Oh yeah. And that's kind of sometimes the game until you understand the game. Or like I said, the one safe way is to say, okay, or, oh, I should probably note that too. If also other people discard tiles and the person doesn't win off it, obviously those are also safe tiles too. So, keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't sound confident. Once JoJo's gets an official great, or say rollback net play that works really well, that'll be when JoJo's is at Frosty Faustings. Until then, we mostly cannot use any of these modified versions of the games whatsoever if we wish to still have the tournament in the future. Oh, sweet. Thanks for scouting, Zip Butler.
I see what you just placed out.
Also, obviously, Zip Butler will be putting stuff out too, so you can also play around them. And say, oh, you dropped your 5 of whatever, so I can also now drop that. Radeon Shiva do that cool anime thing where you don't even see the slash. Animators everywhere in anime are like, oh, thank goodness someone finally did this. Oh my god, we're saving so much money.
Alright, Jim, I have a question.
Yes.
So let's say, I'm not saying this is the case at the moment, but you know how I have like, I have 4 S's right here, right?
Yes.
Let's say I had 3. And let's say I had 3 and then Kax over here put an S down. Would I be able to take the S that he just put down?
Yes.
All right. I still don't know what the fuck I'm... You know what? Fuck it. Let's see what this does.
Okay.
Does that do anything for you? That's what I'm curious about. Does me putting that G down do anything for you?
Oh, this is a rough situation. I passed. I just want to fold. Yeah, fuck it. Nope. settings. So go away settings.
感します
All right.
I guess that's something you can do.
Dog, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I think I'm winning.
I have
Am I?
no idea how you're gonna legal your hand. It doesn't seem plausible anymore, actually.
It seems legal. It says it's legal. Don't I just need a pair to end it?
Your south winds don't do anything.
Oh yeah, huh? Okay.
Yeah, because that's not your seat hand, and that's not your seat win, nor is it the round win.
That's true.
Yeah. So you probably just want to just discard what you think is safe.
If anything is safe anymore, who knows?
Yeah, you might just be stuck, honestly. Ooh. You obtain literally 0. Oh gosh.
Okay, the game plays itself for me at this point.
Yep, you just sit there and you hope you don't die. Is kind of the big point. Damn, Jen just handing out the subs tonight. One to Andy AML. Also, hello Andy AML. How was Super Mario RPG? I caught like part of it with your Miku as the main character, which is awesome. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. I am not going to get my last tile, am I? Someone's holding it, and that sucks. Oh, Gino was the main character? Oh, shit. Or was Gino just the character who carried the game? Like my toadstool was mine in my game. Super Suit, Lazy Shell, Quartz Charm, Geno Boost. Jesus fuck. Those bells, alright.
Wow.
Sweet. That was that was like a 5-way. Everyone was waiting for the thing, so no one was tossing down the other thing.
I just didn't know what that thing was.
Well,
You
now
play the
you
game.
know. Alright. Well, and because you technically did not lose that hand, Shin Ramsey, you are the dealer again. So the game has not progressed.
Game state is the same.
Exactly.
I have another chance at life. All right, I have to make sure I don't mess it up this time.
The game would not allow me to kill the butler. Because we were all waiting on the same things. She really did dodge a bullet though. Managed. Managed. I do not have a good hand this round though. But yeah, holy shit, I'm just like looking at that. Quartz Charm, Geno Boost, and Group Hug. Like, Geno was a one-man band. What the fuck? I want to play another round of Super Mario RPG Randomizer, though. Holy shit, it is so much fun. And now I'm seeing you and Ty play a lot more. I'm getting revitalized again. It's like, I gotta try again. Jen, you just can't keep throwing out subs hoping that Vincent Butler dies. This is not how it works, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd be a much better Mahjong player. On purpose. Oh god. Thank you for the 3rd gift sub for the night though, Jen. Much appreciated. You're very giving tonight. I'm sure it'll eventually work. Sid Butler Yakumens me and like, I see. 500 damage to Smithy's tank form? What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm jealous. And he's got actual flow. And he also finished, apparently, a whole run of Super Mario RPG Randomizer in one night. Unlike me. Two please, vampires. That's fair. Yeah, that's my fault. That's my fault. Oh yeah, I could definitely remind him, Yeti, that, Well, it's too late anyway, but yeah, just as a reminder that you can always pawn the dragons, and the dragons will always validate your hand, so that's always a plausibility too. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That does sound like my game though, where I just like I was lost. I'm like, I can't remember what else I can do before that was Bowser's Keep. What the hell else comes next? Oh yeah, I guess Shin Ramsey is actually streaming, so you might have just seen that, General Yeti. Just realized that.
Hey, no stream stopping. No stream snapping.
I think he wants you to win. One fake mimic in Beanland tricked me last time. Oh yeah. I accidentally also did that too, I think. Or I went down some sewer in like Beanland, and I accidentally like came across a treasure chest. I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, okay, I think the thing I'm looking for, and I was looking for something completely unrelated. I'm like, I think it's in here. And I jumped out of the sewer, and I went down there, and everything like that. And I'm like, all right, it's down here. And I jumped on the chest, and like, oh, it's totally not down here, but it's a mimic. Whatever, no big deal. Turns out the mimic actually was holding one of the stars, and I completed the game after that. I'm like, oh, hey, thanks. All right. So I think I know which one you're talking about. Also, shouts to Vert, always making sick remixes of real songs. Okay. Correct answer. There's a correct answer. I probably won't do that early. Was Genie a bottle Christina Aguilera? I can't remember. I'll have to look now. Maybe someone in the chat will know before I actually get there.
Yoinker Z, if I might.
Uh-oh. Yoinkers.
Oh, you got a plan?
Nope.
Oh shit, I was right. Oh man. God, I'm a brain genius for worthless brain geniusing ideas.
Giga brain.
Giga brain, hell yeah! I got 2 brain cells, and they sometimes work together in tandem to give me ideas.
Rub them together.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little bit of static electricity. I could greed hand this. I kind of want to. Fuck it. Everyone now has the power to use the emotes. There you go, Sudari Cactus. That's the thought process. Grab all the tiles, hit all the buttons, mash until you win. It hasn't worked for Shin Ramsey yet, unfortunately, but it is a tactic. When you fail a slot chest, that's not the boss mate that can have it. Oh my gosh. I did not realize that one could actually have a star, though. I did not know that, on the other hand. That's actually insane. Mario RPG, you're so good. You're so good. Alright, that completes that. Alright.
Now we know we completed something.
Yeah, it's like, nah, I can't go for the greed hand anymore, though, unfortunately. Wait, okay, so the failed slots one isn't flagged as a boss, but it can contain a star, or you're just saying you got mixed up with the one that actually can contain a star, and you're just like, oh, that's a mimic. Obviously, I killed it, so therefore I can get the star from it. All right, put that down then. Yeah, the mix. Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I heard you saying the slot one despite not being a boss, flagged as a boss, could still be can still be gathered up as one. In which case, it's kind of fucked up. Fucked up if true. Hello, game. One hand, please.
Nope.
I know. I just want to finish a hand. Okay, let's see this. One W, please. See, now, game. Now that we're playing a serious game, you know what'd be great? If you handed me the game on a silver platter. That'd be superb. Nope, I'll teach you mode. The demons are pranking again. God damn it, I hate these demons. You'll realize the Mahjong demons are very real, and you'll very hate them. You know what? I gotta put my rapper hat on.
There you go.
Yeah, I gotta believe. Alright, there we go. Got my rapper hat on. We're good to go. I just bought this thing. It just came in yesterday. Feeling pretty good.
Now you're ready to kick, punch, and chop.
Yeah! Or use the bathroom. One or the other.
Yeah, it depends.
There's a lot of options here, really. Uh-oh. Not that there's any reason particularly I have to stream camera off besides not wanting to emote for the camera. I do have to show off the hat. Just a bit. There we go. Hell yeah. For the rapper hat. You love to see it. Alright. Normally I have it on, but tonight is a low-key night. I don't feel like sitting up properly or anything like that. Worked, kicked my ass today. And we'll kick my ass tomorrow. And probably the rest of the week, honestly. Man. Game.
It do be like that sometimes.
Exactly. Man, what do I want to do here? Alright. But yeah, the hat's surprisingly pretty well made. Like, the actual, like, frog patch on the front of it is actually pretty good. It's pretty well done. I'm actually pretty impressed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, well, at least I got a save tile. I mean, there's 10 tiles left. We could all just fold, I suppose, too.
If we really are careful about it.
Yeah. Alright, I'm pretty sure I know he's going for. Simon takes the furthest and closest to death you can be. The blood is still mostly in his body. He's like pricked himself on the edge of the table a couple times. So he's technically in last. Extraordinarily technically in last. Okay, 4 safe against him. But he is called by one Shin Ramsey. Oh yeah. Call priority definitely exists. Chi gets beat up by Pawn / Con, which gets beat up by Ron.
What's the order go if both people or 2 people are in Ricci and they both need the same tile that gets placed?
Oh, that person just fucking dies. They get double wronged. Okay. There is no niceties in this world. If one person drops a tile and 3 people need it, 3 people get to punch him in the face.
Okay.
It's rather cruel. So sometimes that can happen, and a game just instantly ends in one round, one hand. It's all over. It's rare though. It is surprisingly rare. Oh, I don't want to draw the last tile. Fuck. I'm gonna have to fold. Not that I'm gonna be in Tempai anyway, but.
Yatta. Alright.
Nice. What do I need to drop for it? Do I gamble? No, I don't. I don't think I gamble. It's a really dumb gamble. Alright, we gotta pay back. So the situation of if someone's in Tempai and the players who are not in Tempai and the round ends with no one winning, players who are not in Tempai pay the players who are in Tempai 1,500.
Gotcha.
Or a total of 3,000, I should say. I don't remember the exact numbers because once again, I'm not a technical person. I'm just you have to pay.
Somebody's paying.
Yes, the ones who were not blessed enough to be in Tempai have to pay.
I mean, I probably should have abandoned the strategy of all doubles, but you know.
That's the thing. You'll kind of get the flow of like, all right, when do I start going for all doubles, or when I start calling them so I can get all triples? Maybe it's very, very weird.
I sat on needing just one more double for Ricci for like 90% of the game.
Oh, okay. No, that was a fair assessment, then I think. That's definitely.
I was like, I have 3 different tiles I need. It'll happen, right?
Yeah, what could possibly go? Oh,
It never happened.
You definitely made the right choice, though. That said, I don't blame you. That's just sometimes how the game goes. It's just like, I just didn't get into Tempai, no matter my best efforts. I think triple run is an optional with some rule sets where if you do triple run, folks, then yeah, no one gets the win in that case. This is not that game. This game is definitely. You had 3 East, Ramsey?
Yes, sir.
Why'd you drop them?
You could
I
have.
wasn't supposed to?
Remember, it's also round win, which is East, in the middle of the board. Those are so you get, it still legalizes your hand.
I thought it was useless because I was north.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. And I was like, yeah. No. I'm gonna show them that I'm gonna show them I had 3 of these and that they're useless to me. Apparently they're not useless to me.
No, no, they're not.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So I just put
Tiny Ron with the
put on table,
$1
hey,
donation.
guys,
God damn it.
check this out. Check this out, guys. You know what? I don't care. You know what? It's because I don't need it. We're fine. I don't need it.
All right.
Or he needed one triple to finish his hand.
Oh gosh. Yo, Mr. Mortified, how's it going? I was just talking about you a little bit earlier today. How you doing? How's it going, bud? As you can see, just trying to get some friends to Mahjong, and I figured it'd probably be better to record it and open it up to people who might be a little bit more new to the activity. Not that I'm, grand at the game or anything like that, but figure opening it up might be pretty nice. Oh yes, excellent. And I'll actually send this all your way too, just in case you want to see it. Where is it? For your entertainment. This game of checkers is looking strange. It has all the right sounds, Von Solo, but it has none of the same tactics. You can't just dumb your way into victory. Oh my gosh, actually let me watch it. I can just put it on stream super easily because I'm already looking at it super easily.
Instead of a single tile, there's now 3. Hey, we got it. Oh! I'm so sorry.
Just imagine
Well.
dying instantly.
That was unfortunate.
It's Mahjong is a game about living your best life and making sure other people live their worst lives.
About saying your piece.
Yeah. Hell yeah, because I'm the light of my life, Jin Spider. Always be using light mode. This is a greed hand. I really, really want that. I understand why people don't use light mode. Don't get me wrong. I understand. But I like light mode. It's easier, I guess. I would say light mode brightens the way.
High contrast mode only.
Is that actually a mode?
On some apps it is.
Oh. I guess what is contrast mode out of curiosity? I've never even heard of that.
It was I looked at it on whatever thing it was. It just made the whites a lot brighter and the blacks a lot darker.
Oh, I would like that, I think. I don't think I have an app that actually uses it, but I probably would like it. Mahjong is about the friends we lose along the way. Yeah, that's real as hell, Bon Solo. That's that. Happy Tuesday to you, Mr. Mortified. Thanks for swinging on through. Happy to have you here. Oof, you dropped 2 greens. I just realized now. Is that just bad luck, I guess?
Okay.
Zip Butler is out for blood. And I am 1 away from Tenpai, but I cannot seem to get into it. Now that the demons are playing pranks on me. Alright, what can I throw out against? It's probably fine. How to get a fancy title in game? You have to unlock it. There's like its own section where, oh sweet. I'm gonna greed on this, and I think this is gonna be safe. You have to unlock it in some sort of weird side channel thing. I don't know. I unlocked one, and after a certain time you can unlock them, and I'm just like, that's there. I will never use a title because I'm that kind of person. I'm fighting. I'm gonna fight for it. Cool. As long as I take it from Zip Butler, that's all that matters. Didn't get to take his blood, but it's not worth that much because I didn't get my value.
My points.
Your points.
My point.
Your blood.
Going for a pure double G.
Ah, you had a game plan though.
I did have a game plan.
Hell yeah, you love to see that though. On the other hand,
The Butler's not happy about that one.
as he shouldn't be. I had to take it to prevent the Butler from taking y'all's blood. I'm protecting you by taking minimum blood. If I get a milkshake with my burger, absolutely. Where do you think I am? Some sort of cheapskate? God, I have a weird hand actually. I'm realizing now. I'll just throw that out. We'll just start getting rid of stuff. Keep that as a valueless pair. I'm gonna say this stuff out loud because maybe you'll be like, okay, what does that mean? You keep saying that. What does that mean? I'll have to explain something. So
I have no clue what the fuck that means. I was thinking about it. I'm like, yo, why don't I just go stream snipe them all? Easy dub. And realize if I even stream snipe Jamal, I wouldn't even know what I could do with the information.
See, hilariously enough, my friend who taught me the game instead also was like, feel free to stream stripes to type me. And then I got there like, this isn't.
These Reichi sticks counts to me.
Oh my god. I was like, this is not even gonna fucking work because I don't know what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
So it doesn't actually help. But you know what does help? The love now from originally Tiny Ron who donated $1, but now General Yeti donating $5, taking 2 of Zay's Reichi sticks counts enough to winning the bet that we set up for some odd reason. So much appreciated. Thank you much for the $5. I think that it should auto go to the... Oh, it's not showing on here, is it? I'll add that in a second here. For now, I know I made a donation goal. I made the tiniest donation goal. I try to hide it as much as I can because I don't want to bring a lot of attention to it, but I said it out loud, and I'm gonna keep it like available. I'm just gonna... Okay, move that back. Just move that back. It's not a side hustle for me. It's a nightmare scenario for me. Also, damn, yeah, you've been giving out those gift subs, and now we're up to 8, huh? God damn. I am so behind on cooking streams. I'll catch up, but... Run! Sonic comes with run! With the Crash Bandicoot. Oh my god, that's so good. I wish I was smart enough to have put Crash Bandicoot yelling face on mine, or whatever that meme was. I don't know where that meme came from. Who even made that meme for the Crash Bandicoot? Oh yeah, night. Sleep well, Yeti. Have a good one. I'll catch you tomorrow on probably like Match Stream or Variety Versus or whatever. Oh, yeah. Jen's been asking for a way to make sure that Bubsy 2 happens. So, I've decided this is probably the perfect way to make it happen. Especially since followers are kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? They rise exponentially. Because, you know, the more people that come in, the more people that start watching, the more other people hop in and say, oh, I really enjoyed this stream. Now it's my turn to follow this channel, and it kind of exponentially grows a lot faster than anything else. So I was like, that seems like a fair way to get to Bubsy 2 and make one Gen Spider happy. That said, I didn't entirely hate whatchamacallit. I didn't entirely hate Bubsy 1, so I think Bubsy 1 is not a bad game. I will still say it out loud. I don't think it's a bad game. But I am afraid of what they do to Bubsy 2, all the same. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Potentially Thieva Grimly. Let's see what happens. Or see if I can maybe luck out and pull some good hands. Go for Pier 9 gates. Oh my god, Cactus. I wish. That's the dream hand. Like, even more so than, like, 13 Orphans or All Green. I would like to go for something like that, but it isn't Jelly Boy. That's... Most things are thankfully not Jelly Boy, on the other hand. You say significantly worse than the first. Really? Holy crap. That's not the response I was expecting, though. It's not the... Okay, well, yeah, thankfully it's not the worst Bubsy. Otherwise, I'd be horrified at the realities of what Bubsy 2 actually was. Yeah, Bubsy 3 was better than Bubsy 2. Bubsy 3D was better than Bubsy 2. Excuse me? Are you sure? Are you sure you're not misspeaking? The Fairy Tale one is the worst. Wait, the Fairy Tale one? Which is the Fairy Tale one? Is that the, not the Amiga one, but like the Commodore? There's like one, like some weird... Jaguar. Is that a Jaguar one? Because that Jaguar one is pretty bad, too. I think it's Jaguar. I can't remember off the top of my head. Actually, I probably should have kept that. Oh, well. Yeah, go for greed. Going for greed right now. Fuck it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that would be really good, Grimly. It's probably not going to happen, but... that's tempting, but I'm going to go for maximum greed and try to stay closed. the game is really trying to throw me out. Yo, how's it going, Tawani? Welcome back. I think the lessons are going well. It seems like Shin Ramsey and Krax, more notably Krax, is getting on used to the game plan aspect.
Hey man, I don't know what you're talking about. I have plans. I have plans.
Krax is like me when I first learned the game, where I just didn't say much, and it seems like they're getting the general idea, so maybe I did something right, teaching-wise.
Listen, I only bricked my hand once so far.
Yeah, exactly. Only once. That would put me in Tempai. Let's see what happens. And then when it cheat, every time I do, I ruin the hand. Don't worry, it'll come to you. I have plans next. Even grimly. Just don't, G. Let the game play for you. Oof.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
What in God's name?
All right. Tiny Ron. Not a horrible explosion of a Ron. All right. Alright, you know, I'm gonna keep you. Every time I can't face a guy, but other times I can't. Yeah. So you do need a Yaku. Obviously, I can't see where your hand is, so I can't see what you cheat. But, I mean, you still have to fall into having a Yaku. That's not the list. Where did I put it? Mouse, come back to me, please. Thank you. One mouse, please. So if you look at that list over there, it'll show you, like, hands you can and can't reveal. So hopefully that can kind of help out a little bit. But ultimately, yeah, you just gotta know what hands you can open up with and what you can't open up with. Or what hands you can even open up with, and then it just makes your hand less valuable. It's its own mess of stuff.
I fucked up. I just saw the button and I got really excited.
Yo, you did it again, and now you have a really bad hand because now you've opened up with with an edge weight or a terminal.
I got two. Okay, it's because like the past two rounds, those haven't been showing up, or like I've been declining them like 9 times out of 10. That it's been a minute since I pressed the button. It's been a minute, and I know I like pressing buttons. So like that's not at all what I wanted to do though. So I kind of fucked myself over.
Well, play the rest of the game safely and see if maybe you can get into a hand that you can actually do.
Hopefully.
You can still do like an outside hand, for example, or if you have whatchamacallit, seat wind or round wind, maybe you can get into those. So that might be some options there for you.
Yeah, gotcha.
Seems to be the answer for that one. The Butler is doing a great job about not giving up his blood. I have to give it to him. He's doing a great job conserving his blood and earning a little bit of blood on the side. Oh, is there? Oh, you're right. There is no Chi, Pawn, Con buttons. I guess if that really does affect you, Shin Ramsey, you can... So there's a bar to the left side with like an A, R, C, and D. If you click that out, the arrow out, there's some quality of life things you can do. And if you want to click no Chi, Pawn, or Con, that button will never show up.
Okay. But it's also just like, if those buttons don't show up, I don't know if I'm winning. Or like, I don't know if there's anything's progressing if those buttons don't show up, you know?
I mean, that's also fair. But you do have a nice outside hand right now, though, so...
I do. I kind of redeemed myself, I think.
You teaching son? I think so. I think so. I think some things are starting to come around here and there, so hopefully it's all beneficial in the end run. R seems like a dangerous setting. Auto call. R is auto call win. It's a pretty good setting, actually. But how's it going, Corgi? Happy Tuesday to you. I don't know if I even said anything to you yet. I apologize if I have, or otherwise missed on the opportunity to say it. Or on H. Oh, damn. Things are,
Alright, buddy.
and this is really early game, so I'm like, I caramba. I don't know thick. Oh, that sucks. That's just horribly unlucky.
Oh no.
That is horribly unlucky.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, so if you're able to get into 10-5 really early, it does affect everything. And this does prove that Jin is cursing me too, actually, it turns out.
got the voodoo ritual going.
Yeah, exactly. Every time Jin comes back in, I start losing again. So, Jin's cursed. Jin is Tile's demon. I have a very interesting hand, actually. Oh, so I could probably emote since Zip Butler cannot hear me right now.
Haha.
Is this... Are we still listening to... Oh, it's a D&D chip mix. That's why it doesn't sound like Bert as much. There we go. Or Jake Kaufman, excuse me. One, I didn't even know Ivy did art. And two, no. I feel like I don't need to answer that one after that point. I just said it, but I would love to see it. Oh, shit. No, I have not seen this. This is awesome. Hell yeah. That is super good. Ah, y'all are so cool with your skill sets and stuff. I saw the Dubs art, though. I was in the stream for when he drew the headshot, and that was extraordinarily good. What he did with the eyes, while with the smile and the eye, other 6 eyes, I guess, was really good. Unless it was another Dubs art. Shin Ramsey, what'd you do?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it.
No, no. I think we should be worrying about it.
I'm very worried about it. I'll tell you my secret, Santakai. I didn't get points. I'm the farmer on Oregon Trail, and I have no special skills. If I make it to the end without dying, though, I get like a point bonus. But no one cares about points in this day and age of video gaming, so it doesn't really do much. Of course, of course. Somewhere along the trail, like a tire will break, and I have like a 5% chance of fixing it, but I try. The thing is, I try. I always try. With the worst grogginess, full of heck. Oh, God. Well, I'm glad that being able to talk about it with a friend got rid of the headache and the cloudiness for you. Solved your problem, cleared you right up. Doctor's orders. I would know. I play a doctor in video games. It's basically the same thing. Unless it's Oregon Trail, then I don't play the doctor. I'm the farmer. Alright, ready to let that go, but time needs to be done. Jen, don't you have emotes also, though? Wait a second, don't you actually have emotes? Why'd you type it out? You actually have emotes. Oh god, this parappa hat is getting a little bit hot, actually. I'm gonna take that off. Gotta count like it's okay. Wait, why'd you do that? I'm gonna still... I will never make you do anything. You're a free spider to do whatever you like. I mean, like I said, you're a free spider and you're able to do whatever you like, and that is something that you can also do. Thank you for the added gift sub to Corgi. One person who probably definitely deserves it, for sure. Out of all the people, Corgi is definitely one who deserves a little bit of extra love. But greatly appreciated. It should say 9. It doesn't say 9. Oh, I guess because yeah, it is a gifted sub, but you gave it to new people previously, and so it counts. That thing doesn't count very, very well. I have to count it myself. Oh, well, all right. Reach. Cool. But that said, Corgi does deserve it. Corgi is real cool person. What will the butler do? See, there you go, Cactus. That's the kind of spirit I need in my life. I don't know who the heck you are, but yes, seem alright. Congratulations, you've earned it. This is a smoky weight. It is tsundere. They are a tsundere cactus. You cannot touch them. You have to stay far away, but they want to touch you. Bullying my friends with money. As long as you're taking care of yourself first, Jen, then I don't mind. That's the important part. You take care of yourself first. Not because they like you or anything, but... Oh, gosh. But shout out to Corgi for arting up the I fucked up screen. That's also a great reason why Corgi deserves extra love. And since there's a few new people here tonight, I can just show it off real quick here. I always have this on the ready, just in case. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't really have to pay that much attention. So. Pixelzio, how's it going? Happy Tuesday to ya. How's the week so far treating you? Hopefully pretty well. The cactus joke is in your mind. Yeah, I mean, I definitely heard the tsundere cactus joke from a friend from Cali. That said, it's a really, really good joke. I love it a lot. I am getting a lot of good draws that aren't useful for me anymore. Oh, Wednesday. Apologies. I have my times all mixed up. Oh, heck yeah. You're definitely at the later side of the stream, so kind of the general consensus and knowledge of the game has been passed up. But nonetheless, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask. And, you know, I'm happy to help out with whatever I can, and I have a lot of Mahjong friends in the chat right now too, so they'll be able to help out all the same. Also, thank you, Von Solo. I don't know if I deserve that kindness from ya, but you have been around amongst the longest as far as my quote-unquote streaming career goes. Waited for so long for me to finish Yakuza 0. It only took like 2 years. Yes, another Wednesday error. Are you hoping to sumo? You think other people holding the East wins for Yaku? It is kind of a lazy hand, honestly. Originally, I was trying to hold on to both the East and the South because it values my hand either way. Whichever one pops up in my hand, one way or the other. So that was kind of my weight for that one. Normally, I would expect people to drop it. But because I'm teaching people, and there's only one player who's a little bit more experienced, they will probably not drop it, though, on the other hand. And 2 of them are in the chat with me, too. So I don't really super care that they know what my weight is. They probably have their reasons for doing stuff, and I kind of want to explain stuff out loud first and foremost so that they learn how to play versus anything else. They have gone a bit silent, though, because they're actually thinking their hands through, because they have to learn a lot throughout all this, so.
Brain empty.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it definitely makes it hurt. But yeah, since generally, oof, that's gonna suck. Generally, people are more willing to let go of terminals because they're generally safer. Later game, or not later game, but they're generally safer as discards if you don't know what to discard. It would probably come out one way or the other. Unfortunately, the Souths beat out before I got into Ricci. So, and this only works with like more experienced players, obviously, and players who are literally not listening in or looking at your hand in the chat or anything like that, which, you know, once again, is not the goal. All right, hopefully that doesn't get me under the rivered. Okay, good. I would have been sad.
We got there.
Man, I was so ready. Needed a 3 on. Oh my god, I so needed a 3.
A 3 of
I was
what?
just
Out of
begging.
curiosity.
I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I need a circle 3 and then
Okay.
the letter 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just needed a double, and then I was fine.
Nice.
But the game would not give me a 3. I was just waiting so long.
Yeah, the Butler had 2 of them, so.
Oh yeah.
That's the other half of the game. It's like, well, what are other people waiting for? Hopefully they feel like dropping it, or maybe they're going to keep it forever. In my case, I was definitely never getting the East in that case. Which is fine anyway. Because it also sometimes not allowing other people to get certain hands and pieces and whatnot just denies them the opportunity to win out their games. So it's like, cool, that actually works out. What is the Butler going for? What are you doing? Upper power novice, about to depth. Hell yeah, good stuff. That's pretty good in a week too, actually. That's some good ass growth. But no, keep at it. I mean, as long as you kind of work at this point on your hand efficiency and try not to fall into making hand as fast as possible, you'll easily make it into like expert, honestly. I mean, that's what put me into expert in like about a month or so. And at one point expert too, but I kind of tilted super hard and I have not returned to it since because I played a lot of Mahjong in like a month and a half. Were you thinking at the start of the hand? Like, oh yeah, no problem. Okay, so in this instance here, I have 2 Souths in my hand. So it always opens up the option to call it, but since I am behind, I have the idea of me wanting to keep it for right now. Depending on how greedily you want to play, and since I still have dealership on the next round, you can kind of play around with that however you want. Whatever you value a bit more as a player. Having more value on a win, or having a faster hand to end the round. Different players, different folks, stuff like that. outside of that, everything else was pretty much connected. I have the 1, 2, 3. I have a 4, 4, 5 here, and I have a 7, 8, 8 here. These are all connected and pretty much ready to go. The 3 and the 6, not so connected. Technically, it would have been better to keep the 6 because if I got a 5, which has the potential to be a red 5. Oh, I never explained that all to you, did I?
I was always wondering about that.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. Pixel
Before you do that, real quick, just a question.
Yeah.
What is Richie? Because there's a new button on my screen. I'm tempted to press it.
Wait, what button say? Sorry.
It says Richie.
Oh, that's your... So whatever you drew put you into 1 away from winning. So that will put you into Tenpai. If you click that button, that is, you throw down 1,000 points, and that's when you basically are saying, I'm going to win the game on the next tile, if the next tile that I need drops, or I pick it up. But you lose control, and the game discards for you automatically. You have to discard whatever you pick up if it's not the right one. In your case, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you got insanely lucky. Nice.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah.
Finally.
Judge, I think he's rigging the game.
Yeah. I agree, actually, from those first hands that Shin Ramsey had when we started out. Oh, God, that is a ridiculously early
We're back in
reach.
business.
All right, so... All right, I have to really think this... Well, by really think this through, I mean, I'm just kind of fucked anyway. I have to play the guessing game. So, okay. So the red 5, by the way, each suit has 1 red 5. God, what the fuck? Okay, anyway.
Did I just...
You won.
You drew it.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Let's go!
You got Ipatsu fully concealed. Like, oh, you hit the Uradors too. Holy shit, you killed us. All right.
That's what we like to fucking see.
Good
Finally.
God.
Goodbye, sweet world.
Anyways, now to explain the red 5. So every suit has a 1 red 5 of the 4 red 5s in that suit. So, if you do have that red 5 in your hand where you complete the game or complete your hand and win, it's worth an extra point. It's worth more points. Let's just put it that way. I'm not explaining the point system yet because it's complicated. I'm not complicated heavily, but complicated enough to not worry about yet. Alright. God, yeah. But that was a very lucky and good win, Shin Ramsey.
Yeah, thank you. All according to plan, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
Alright. So, unfortunately, Pixel Zio, that last hand ended a lot faster than I was expecting. For this hand, on the other hand, so right now, I don't know what my hand's exactly doing yet. I have a completed on my left here, and I have a couple pairs, which is nice, but ultimately they're not linked to anything, and I have 5 potentials with a red 5 that I want to try to keep as long as possible. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to kind of discard the terminals first, because they're not instantly leading to anything, and by trying to keep them, I'm effectively waiting for a 1 out of maximum 3 chance for them to possibly do anything for me, especially when it's not my seat win or the round win. So I'm getting rid of the west and north first, because they don't do anything for me. In this case, though, because I am east seat and east round, I want to try to keep this a little bit longer. I won't depend on it if my hand does improve outside of it, but I will keep it a little bit longer because it's worth double the value if I'm able to do something with it. It's very unlikely, but until my next improvement comes, it's really... Nah. It's really just... It's sitting there, it's hanging out, and I don't want to keep it for way too long just in case someone else is picking up the East and wants to end the game really fast. In this case, it's a Butler who wants to end the game really fast because if he wins his hand, and he'll close out the game and win. Double Yaku, yeah, that's the word. I'm not a very terminology person, so if there's anyone in the chat who says the terminology, trust them on that one, because I'm not a terminology person. I just never have been. Oh yeah, definitely. Barrage me with questions, please. This is a weird freaking hand. How many years have I been a Mahjong master? Like -20. Ain't nowhere close to that, and I never will be. Alright, now that improves my hand because it makes it a closed weight, not preferable, but I have a closed weight now. And that's enough an improvement to my hand to make it more worthwhile. So it does change game to game generally, but I would say ultimately, the more middle the number, the more dangerous it is, especially 5s, because people are waiting for that in general, just because they're like, okay, if I can wait for a 5 on a closed weight, actually, I'm going to take that and do this instead. Actually, did I want to get rid of that? It doesn't really super matter. Actually, I probably could have thrown that out in retrospect, because everyone's going to be... People will more often wait for a 5 and hope that maybe a red 5 will drop, but then they're still waiting for a 5 and they're not going to let it go, honestly. So, those are generally the closer to the middle, the hotter it is. The earlier you want to get rid of it if you're not going to use it, very, very generally. Because it fits into like every hand. They're the most efficient tiles on the field. And the spa event, at first I liked it, and then I stopped liking it as much. It's interesting, but it's a mess. It's a mess. Oh gosh. Reach, yo, what's up, Seraph? How you doing? Happy Tuesday to you, or maybe Wednesday. Now that we're getting later tonight, that becomes a very real possibility. Yeah, the other side of the coin is that, yeah, likely it's really hard to pitch later because everyone's already set. And like, cool, I need like a 4 or 6 to complete my hand now. It is all middle numbers. It's really, really hard. So it's, you have to really think it through, I guess, is the best way to put it. I'm gonna actually toss this now. And then I'm just gonna bank over this way. Bank on, like, completing something over here. I have such a very interesting hand right now. Yeah, a draw or a discard definitely tempts you. Oh yeah, the turn timer is long because I want to have the new players have opportunity to really think stuff through. I don't want to rush them. I have warned them, though, that once they get into ranked, you gotta go. You gotta have a game plan. You cannot sit and think on stuff, because, oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a friendly game, so I can set it all the time. Oh, there you go, Shin Ramsey. Setting up. You're setting it up.
Feeling it?
Feeling it. Really feeling it.
Oh yeah, let's go Shulk. Shulk Ramsey.
No.
But yeah, I did make sure to make it like 300 seconds. So they have plenty of time to figure stuff out and really think it through.
And count on my fingers.
Oh yeah, Pixio. That's definitely a great idea, honestly. I probably for like the first honestly, like for the first month, honestly, I kept the Yaku list open and I reviewed it consistently to kind of figure out what am I going for next? What patterns am I seeing here? How can I compare the two together? And that really, really helped me out, honestly. No 3s are out yet. One of the ones is out. One of the ones is out. It's gonna be rough. It's just gonna be rough. But yeah, no, definitely, if you're not comfortable with, I still at times like, wait, is that Yaku open or close? Or can I do that open and lose a little bit of value? And I occasionally, I have it on my hard drive, and I just have a quick folder that I can just access it really quickly and still check. Just in case, because like, you know, once you're wrong, you can't go back. You legitimately can't go back. So, might as well not be wrong about it in the first place. Yeah, but you don't have time to look at it and match. So, that's why I have it on like quick folders. Like, oh, let me go check it real quick just to make sure I remembered it correctly. Where I should make a point about Shulk in canon versus Smash. Wait. in the game in Xenoblade Chronicles, or actually legitimately something canonical in Smash? I have a feeling I am not going to complete this hand today. Oh yeah, with 300 seconds you have time, but like even in ranked, I still have it on quick. Like I'll play my tile, like I'll play a tile and then I'll go open up real quickly. And by the time it's my turn, I'm already looking at my list and I'm like, okay, you know, my question's been answered. Basically just like an FAQ, a quick FAQ that I've looked at long enough so I know where everything is, honestly. This is one of those hands that, like, even if I kept, like, if I could, like, pull back all my discards and recreate my hand, I still could barely even make a hand. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. They're playing point advantage of Hamba, where the higher bonus round, the more points. No, I'm not explaining points too much right now. I'm going to try to leave points out of it and try to focus more on, here's how you actually play the game, period. The score doesn't matter if you're dead, if you can't even play the game, is my approach to this, at least. So I've avoided that this time. But there are a lot of extra things with the points at some point that, you know, feel free to come and ask me the questions, obviously, if you notice these things and whatnot. But for now, it's just like, let's just make sure we get you all to, like, the general concept of, if you look at the list that I sent you over, and you look at the... mouse, come back. Where'd you go? There we go. Yeah, if you look at it, and it says, like, 1 Han hands, 2 Han hands, 3 Han hands, the more Han, the more valuable. Also, the harder it is to actually score. So... that's the general concept I'm going to just provide you all for the time being. And I guess to actually put it into concept, the red 5s or any shiny tiles, the door tiles, I guess is what they should be called, and I should be calling them that, will add 1 Han to your hand too. So that's the 1 point up also that I've been saying but not actually explaining very well. So like your red 5s or the number above the dead wall tile. So the 3 of bamboos in this case. You know, I don't know if this is going to help you all out, but I'm going to read it out loud. Radin Nishiba says, they feel like scoring is like doing tricks in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, where the hands themselves are the base tricks that you would do, but the doors are like adding like 360s and 720s to the move to give you those multipliers. That's really good. That's a really good way of explaining it. And it might be fucking awful, actually, in real life.
Don't think about it too much.
Oh, alright. I am not cleaning this hand. This hand is not finishing. I'm not even getting into Tempai at this rate. Is the blank file just free discard? Oh, no. Yeah, that's the white dragon. That is the white dragon. It works the same as the red dragons or the green dragons. I wish it was a free discard. Generally, though, more times than it is not, it is a free discard. Oh.
Reach.
Well, I'm gonna do it because there's not much time left.
Oh, yeah.
I should pay attention to other players' discard versus making your own hand. When I start the game out, I focus heavily on my own hand. And I play like maybe, I would say 75% my own hand, 25% other players' discards. Just because I want to start getting a feel for what other players are discarding so I can see what their hands are forming out a little bit while forming my own hand. So if I can form my own hand and start realizing like, oh, they're dropping a lot of characters, it might be easier for me to keep more characters later on because they're showing that they don't need it. But it's still more important for my hand to be anywhere close to Tempai first. So 75%. And then of course, obviously late game, I will focus heavily on oh sweet. I will focus heavily on the discards, and I'll have a better idea because I've been building up this like idea of what they're discarding and what their hands might be, so I can play around them a lot better too. So it kind of switches like 50-50, I'd say, at that point. All right.
I drew every single 9 bamboo.
Okay.
Nice. And then you're like, well, where do I go from here?
I will say it is over for you guys because now I have a small little coach in my chat. It's kind of coaching me what to do a little bit.
No, that's great. That's perfect.
I will only half listen to them though because I am kind of impatient and I kind of just want to push it down as fast as I can.
Well, I mean, if they can teach you and you can learn from it, you absolutely should. Having a coach in your chat is like one of the biggest things that helped me out, honestly, while playing Mahjong, or learning how to play Mahjong. I streamed it once, and like that changed my whole outlook of Mahjong. I figured out how to play like instantly. Oh, Phil. Oh, hey, how's it going, Samurai Hitman? Sorry, I missed you a little bit earlier, I think. I'm not getting the points right now, but if you want to get points in the chat, go ham. Do whatever you want. Go ham. Have fun with it. Talk about it in chat. I just won't be explaining it in terms of explaining to the folks here, who's also in the game with me, who I was teaching for the past so many hours. Actually, how long has it been? It is somehow almost 10 p.m. It has almost been 4 hours of Mahjong.
Oh yeah, we grinded it out.
We fucking grinded it out. What the hell? Thank you for hanging out. Holy crap, that was not in my intent. I thought it was gonna be like a 2-hour stream and we'd be done. Oh no time is a bad time to ask. So the next variety versus is, you might remember it from before, but it's Jump Paula. But this time we're gonna have 3 players because they officially released their game about 2 weeks ago. The designers or creators of the game actually came through my DMs and like, yo, here's 3 codes. And I'm like, all right, well, we were gonna do a second round of this anyway, but cool. Thanks for just literally making my decision a lot easier. So we're gonna do Jump All again, but since we had 3 codes, I have invited Ty Tuesday to join us on stream tomorrow. So it'll be myself, Mini Matt, and Ty Tuesday playing Jump All 3-player and seeing how that is. So definitely tune in for that. Ooh. This hand's getting whack again. I hate this. All right, I'm gonna commit with that. Mahjong is a lot easier to learn when another person is thinking for you. It really helped me out a lot when I had people come through and it was like, yeah, just do this. Just why are you not doing this? And it's like, oh, that's a good point. You're right. I guess we'll move on to another album. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. I don't want to do this hand. I have no freaking clue. Yeah. Why does a Yaka man give me more sometimes? Huh? What a world. Crazy. Mahjong demons, what are you doing? I don't like it. Just go ham.
Go in.
Just go in. Oh yeah, Cactus, I agree. I listen to the Valhalla OST at least twice a week, honestly. I listen to that a lot. What do I even want to do here? This is such a weird freaking hand. Blah. Oh. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna super hard commit, and I'm gonna regret it later on, I'm sure, but.
Let him look at anyway.
Yeah, Isabel was just trying to end the game, which, understandable. Have a nice day. Yeah, let's put that down. And hopefully he doesn't need it. Time versus Ryuno equals Boney Maloney. I don't know how this math works. Oh gosh. But yeah, I am a pretty big video game OST nerd. I haven't gone back to it. I haven't gone back to it in a while, but I did have a working Google sheet of game OSTs that I was listening to, rating, and had a bunch of suggestions and whatnot. So I'm weirdly deep in the sauce. Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Come on.
But yeah, I listen to it a lot, so I'm trying to avoid listening to it on stream. Garode is very, very good at game OSTs. It's the only reason why I picked up whatchamacallit. You know what? I think I have to race this. I think I have to race. It sucks, but I kind of have to race, and I hope I just don't die in the meantime. But yeah, I picked up Yuppie Psycho because I learned that he did the music on that. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna play it. Actually, throw you down, so I know you're safe. Look at this. Look at the stream chat. Making friends with each other, making tile friends today, and then tile enemies tomorrow. You love to see it. Alright. Oh.
Gee, let's fucking go. I'm pogged. I'm pogged up.
Oh, 2,000 point.
You know what? You beat the butler, and that's a personal victory for me.
Thank you. I would like to thank my mother. I would like to thank my sibling. I would like to thank SJC in my chat. I'd like to thank everyone in Jamal's chat who believed in me, if there was anybody.
Any believers?
Any believers out there, please?
Believers in chat? Any believers?
Oh, gosh.
I'd like to thank Jamal for teaching me the basics, of course.
No. Definitely thank you for swinging around and learning the game. Taking the time for that. That was awesome.
That was fun. I knew this is dangerous. I like this too much.
Fun.
Well, once again, seriously, I didn't expect to go this long, so I appreciate you all really hanging out the entire time and everything like that. Just sticking through, trying to learn stuff, and there's still a lot to learn in the game because, that's just how Mahjong works. But I did give a shout out to Shin Ramsey in the chat, but Cracks, I don't know if you stream or not. If you want a shout out to your channel page, if you do that.
I don't really. So.
Okay. Then no worries. I didn't know if you were or not. I know Shin Ramsey's like, yeah, I can do it on my stream. I can get back into streaming this way. I'm like, oh, well, great. I'll just give you a shout in the chat. So.
Of course, Jamal. Do you mind shouting yourself out in my stream?
You can do it for me. Just say, hey.
Oh my god.
This is Ryudo.
Gotcha.
Don't you have a system set up on your stream?
Yeah, a command. I have a command. I just wanted to see if you were gonna say it.
No, it's your choice. Look, it's absolutely your choice whether or not you want to give me a shout out. If that was worth your time, go for it.
No, it was. I was wondering if you just want to give yourself a shout out. But I can.
You want me to introduce myself to your chat? How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
So those of you who are over in the Shin Ramsey chat, my name's Ryudo. I'm a variety streamer hailing from Colorado. A part of the fighting game community, the classic fighting game community. Definitely enjoy fighting games, but I mostly play everything but fighting games on my channel. So if random games, use a lot of retro, but a lot of games that I've missed in the past few years because I've been so focused on the fighting game grind. I'm catching up as of lately, but definitely if you want to hit that follow button, feel free. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday for the most part, but it is definitely still a hobbyist thing for me, so please excuse me if I miss a few days here and there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you all taking the time. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we ended up kind of losing our third kind of at the last second because they've not been feeling well this week, so I'm glad that we were still able to get this through and have a very long stream with a lot of people still really hanging out. So greatly appreciate all y'all. Greatly appreciate you, Cactus, for the follow. Hell yeah, you love to see it. But and now everyone's making Mahjong friends at the same time, and that's the ultimate goal. Now, truth be told, for the people who did come through the chat because of Mahjong Soul, I normally don't stream Mahjong Soul that much. I almost never, honestly, because I have kind of a plan in my head, but I might still do more bonus streams here and there with me trying to get back into rank and really trying to grind it out and having people yell at me for making dumb decisions so that way I get my brain thinking in the proper way again. But that said, you know, thanks again for everyone tuning in and whatnot. I greatly appreciate it, and I will be back tomorrow for Variety Versus. So that, for those of you who are new, by the way, Variety Versus, me and my buddy Mini Matt, he's a Mahjong Soul streamer, by the way. If you really actually want to watch Mahjong Soul throughout the middle of the day, Mini Matt is the person you want to follow. That is exactly his streaming thing. That is what he does. He does follower matches. He is your main content for sure. But my buddy and me and my buddy, we just pick up some multiplayer games, and we just try playing through it for about 2 hours or so. We give our ratings on it, we give our thoughts on it, and we see how much we liked it or did not like it, and how competitive we think it was or was not. So, if that sort of thing is interesting for you, and you want to find more multiplayer games that you can impart into your life, definitely give it a shot. We do this once a week. But big ups for Llama with the follow. Greatly appreciated. Happy to have you all here. Thank you all for hanging out as long as we did here. Once again, didn't expect the stream to go this long. But I will be back tomorrow, and I will see you then. Y'all take care.